was the sweet sound of Roy Ayers coming to us in our intro. R.I.P. to the great xylophone legend Roy Ayers. Jay, how was your week, buddy?
I don't remember.
So that's 2 weeks. Because we haven't been here for 2 weeks.
I don't remember.
Isn't that great? I'm going to need you to carry the memories of what happened this week, because I live now off of like an hour and a half of sleep. Now that I have an additional life.
I mean, nothing really happened. My life be boring wildly enough right now because Home Depot's not popping.
So speaking of that, I was really hoping that you made. I could have sworn that you told me you were up in the 20s range up there.
No, endless I am. I do get a raise at the end of the month.
Well, you've been there for what? Like almost like a
year.
Year?
Yeah, it's when you get your raise after a year. Or you get a year on a year, whatever. Apparently a lot of people aren't happy though with their raise, which is typical with every fucking job.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah. It
was only 40 cents.
Alright. I guess for me working part-time, I'm like, well. Also, I don't know if everybody knows, but not every department starts the same as far as pay. So like,
I was looking into it because I was like, now that right now we're running off the single income household.
Well, come on up and apply. We hired.
I wouldn't come to your store.
Why?
Because your store's way out of my way. I pass a store. I pass a Home Depot that needs everybody. Everybody. Bro, I just looked on like the application thing, and it's every department. It's every section of the store.
Well, that's just what's happening at every Home Depot. Like they're like we're all like it's the time of the year we're hiring for the spring and summer. So every Home Depot's hiring a mass amount. So I said my Home Depot's hiring. We weren't hiring a month ago, but now we are because it's that time.
It is that time of the year.
Like we just got 2 or 3 new seasonal. We just got a new cashier.
Yeah, what would you say is the highest paying position of the old
appliance?
Like tools? Oh no, you're talking about like fridges and stuff.
They also
like that.
get commission, I think. Or they get something. They get something.
Yeah, I was like half tempted to do something like that for like a couple months, but I think my real move here, apparently, I just figured out that I can still apparently go take the test for my real estate license.
Right.
For what I did the pre-licensing exam stuff like 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I'm going to schedule a test to go take that and then give that a whirl.
There you go.
Because then, like, if it does work out, like even just a little bit, like, because I'm not gonna do that full time unless like I could like dive into it.
Right.
But I think I could probably push into getting like maybe a couple deals done. Like even if it's like not just helping homies or like doing some part time shit here and there, but I have the ability to. Hopefully, I think like the biggest problem that I had with like what really stopped me from doing that was like the registration process for like finding a test was bullshit. Like the website was absolute garbage. So, and then I went to something earlier this week, and then like the UI and like things seem to be actually like kind of like, you can actually find a test and like register for it and then like go to it and do it versus like, it literally took me 3 months to try and register on this one website.
God.
And I just went back to that website and they don't even have anything for like a real estate agent. Like it's like, you can like, if you want to be like an insurance agent, I'm just like that. This is no help to me. You guys have fucked me. So, but I figured out that I could still apparently take it because I was just like looking. I was just Googling. I was like, how long after your pre-licensing can take it? And it was like, oh, Pennsylvania, you got 3 years. I'm like, oh, bet. That's sick. So, because I talked to the people about like joining, I think the broker group was like EXP. But like honestly, I could probably just ask. I think one of my homies has a buddy in media that I could just hang my license at and just do like some part time. Like even if I need to like just go show some houses or they just need me to like call some people.
Right.
It's just like a part time type of deal. It's like obviously that way works if like you get deals and you make commissions. So like you make the hours, you get paid. You're not like you're just gonna get paid whatever.
Right.
But then it would actually, I guess, it would open up a door where I could like potentially get a deal done and like come to like a check for a couple stacks. So, which would be fucking lit.
I'm trying to. I saw my homie, and he was saying, because Endless Pool's slow right now, and he was like, I know some people that wanted to buy some pools, but Endless Pools wasn't going to give me commission. So fuck them, right? I said, yeah, well, you fucked up because you could have got your own commission if you would have bought the pool yourself as the employee with your discount. So
they sold them the pool?
Well, not necessarily sold them the pool, but yeah, sold them the pool. And he was like,
yeah, but do you guys do how does y'all's warranty shit work? Y'all have warranties for them? I would assume y'all do.
We don't sell pools.
Well, I know you guys just build them, but at the same time, like, I know you build the boxes for them. I know you fold the cardboard for them.
We don't sell the pools.
Isn't that what the showroom does on Glen Mills?
Yes. And then you would get calls, you would get the number, and we would send you to a third-party installer.
So you can't go down the street and buy a pool from that building, that showroom building.
Mm-mm. No.
So if I'm a plumber and can install a pool myself, you're telling me I can't drive down the street to where they have the pools, buy a pool myself from them,
right,
and then install it?
Oh, you can install your own pool,
but I have to not buy it from your showroom.
Yeah, it's gonna be through another company.
What's the point of the showroom then?
If you want to come see and look at a pool, so like
you could just have that at like a different pool store.
Well, we do. We sell display pools to companies that do that. There's not a lot of companies around here in our state that do that necessarily. But also we offer a program to homeowners and pool owners that if you let random strangers come to your house and look and use your pool, you get some type of discount or rebate or something.
But doesn't that
it's like the same? It's like the same thing. It's like, all right, I go to my neighbor's house that has a pool. I go look at it, and I gotta go call somebody. Same thing. You got, all right, cool. You just go to our showroom.
Well, no, because your neighbor doesn't sell pools. Your neighbor just has a pool. It's not the same.
Yeah, this is just a showroom.
I'm going to the place that my fault. I'm going to the place that sells the pools, and they're like,
"No, you're going to
the place at this.
You're going to a place that shows the pool. There's a difference."
But y'all's name is Endless Pool, which is the name of the pool.
Right, and you're going to the Endless Pools showroom where we are going to show you the pools. It's not the Endless Pools buying room.
They don't have buying rooms.
You know what I mean? Like, it's not that. It's the showroom. It's the place where you come and
I would assume it would be in the pool dealership.
like we don't my thing is like to my point, like we don't have salesmen over there. We have customer service reps that if you were to call, we answer phone calls. But you can't go over there and test the pool. Be like, all right, cool. Now let's send me.
Is there an endless pool at the hot tub store that's over in Brookhaven? Do you know whether
I have no idea.
I need you. To
I
be
wonder that
right?
sometimes, actually.
Because if there is, then I don't see the reason for you to need the showroom thing. But whatever.
I doubt it because it's a hot tub company or it's a hot tub dealership or seller, and we don't make hot tubs.
You don't heat up that pool? You don't have heating units for those pools?
Sure, but I mean it's a heating unit. Like
That's a fucking hot tub then.
No, it's a sold separate unit. Like it's a literal heater that you would put in your pool.
Well, then it turns it into a hot tub.
No.
Yes. Is
No.
the water warm?
I don't know what it does.
Hot tub.
I don't know how warm it gets. But no.
Dog, your tub in your house could be considered a hot tub.
Yes, and
You got a tub with hot water in it? Hot tub.
And you know what? If I'm having a conversation with somebody in real life and they go tell me, yo, I got a hot
We're
tub
having
in
a
my
real
house,
conversation right now
No,
in real
shut
life,
up.
dog.
Shut up. And they tell
Hot
me
tub.
that they got a fucking hot tub in their house. And I say, oh, word, yo, that's crazy, nigga. How you get a hot tub? Like, oh, it's upstairs. It's my tub. It gets hot. I'm gonna walk away.
But if they got jets in their tub, that's a hot tub. Just because what you thought
That's
of a hot
different.
tub.
But that's different. Now you adding jets, jacuzzi jets. That's not what we talk about with the pool I'm talking about literally just a heating element that you can pick up with your hand and drop into said pool. There's no
But
jets.
the
there's
pool
not
also
shit.
has your pool doesn't have jets? The
No.
pool doesn't have one big jet in the front? How doesn't it recirculate the water from like one side to the other? In like one kind of jet stream like motion?
No, not necessarily.
It kind of does. It's like one of those like wave things at like a water park
No, our machine
that are like
creates
recirculates.
our machine creates a current, not a jet.
Current is a big jet.
It's completely different. No, it's not.
No, it's not. Nah, it's the same thing, dude. The river is a current. You get that thing, you put that between two rocks, dog. That's a jet.
Why do you do this? Why do you do this?
Dude, you sell hot tubs. It's cool. It's whatever. You make boxes for hot tubs.
No, our sister company, Watkins, makes hot tubs. It's Watkins Hot Tub Company. They are the ones that make the hot tubs. So if you were to buy our
Nobody
most
buys hot tubs. They only buy jacuzzis. Jacuzzi's the brand.
So if you were to buy our
is hot tub the brand or is jacuzzi?
if
What
you were to
comes
buy
first?
our most expensive pool, it would come with jacuzzi jets and all of that jazz. And all of that shit. But my thing was like we get such
Jacuzzi is the brand name.
we get such a big discount as employees.
Hot tub is the tub.
I want to start selling pools as an employee.
You just gonna have a garage full of pools?
No, what I'm saying is, so let's say you know somebody that's interested even in looking at an Ellis pool, right? Boom, you show them whatever. You say, yo, I know somebody that can get you a pool for, let's say they want a $200,000 pool. I'll say I get it to you for 170. Right? Call my man. They call me. Boom. I act like I'm buying the pool, but with my employee discount. I pocket the difference of the money. Cool. Here you little $30,000. Huh? Take it. But I'm walking away with $100,000.
You're buying the pool for 30 grand?
No. Let's say the pool costs 200.
Yes, you gotta still pay for the pool.
Right. I'm going to buy the pool as the employee, which is going to be at a much discounted rate. So if you
Not
give me
70% off rate. What is your rate of your discount at Endless?
It's a lot. Just know it's a lot.
It's not 70%.
No, it's a lot.
It's not over. It can't be over 50. 40 maybe.
No, it's a lot.
40 maybe. There's no way. You're discounting employee discount. You need to show paperwork, dog. There's no way. Pull up some fucking app. No, there's no way. There's no way. If that was the case, I don't understand why you wouldn't have been selling pools on the side of this the whole time.
I never thought about it. Literally never thought about it until my coworkers brought it up. And then I was like, oh, you're a fucking idiot. I was like, wait, I'm a fucking idiot.
Yeah, you've been there for how long?
Yeah, so...
You could have been dummy rich. What are you talking about?
So that's why I was like, oh, wait.
You should have been walking around with I Sell Endless Pool t-shirts on for the last 7 or 8 years.
No, I don't want to like necessarily advertise it like that because like I was telling him, I was like, you don't want to necessarily like start selling, like buying pools like once every fucking week or once every 3 months. Like it's going to raise a red flag. You're either going to want to buy a bulk of like 3 to 5 at one time and be like, oh, well, like,
do they have anything written into their employee handbooks against people buying pools? Is there a limit on how many pools you can buy? Then that's a boat. That's on them.
No, but the thing is though, like, you don't want to set the precedent to raise the red flag to be like, oh wait, they doing that? That's a thing. Oh, we gonna change this, and then it stops my game. That's dumb. I'm not doing that. I'm not out here to advertise that. No way out here advertising with a sign with a blinking sign. You, I sell drugs. No, nigga, fuck that. We keep it on the road. Doing shit that might not probably be okay. Funny enough, I was just at Curaleaf today, and I was next to an employee of Curaleaf who was buying shit. Dog. No, he was buying. No, he was buying shit, and he was having I don't know a problem, but he was having a problem. So like they called the man, like supervisor on duty, whatever, and then he was trying to explain to him why the price was the price. And Bull was trying to use his employee discount on top of like some other like stupid discount and like stack it with like points or something like that to where like the store would have owed him money or some crazy shit, right? And,
yeah, he was trying to coupon code. He was trying to coupon. Yeah, you never seen that shit from back in the like grocery stores? The couponers?
I never heard that term.
Couponer?
Like coupon.
Or coupon. Well, I just made that up.
Oh, okay, got it.
He was trying to couponer. I mean, a coupon code sounded better than couponer.
I guess.
In my mind, and at the time.
I would just say, I guess.
I'm also trying to figure out what Blake Lively did.
But yeah, so like
she's trending.
The supervisor was like, "Well, look, this is why we not gonna do this," and he's like, "Honestly, like, knowing y'all do this with this type of discount, like that's not what this discount was for. Like y'all are abusing that shit. Like I ain't mad at y'all for that because like that's what it is, but like that shit's not what it's for, and that shit's probably gonna change soon." And I'm like,
better stack some pools while you can.
Like, well, good thing for him for getting in on the grandfather. And then the girl who was bringing him up was like, "Well, I didn't buy anything. Well, actually, I bought this, but that wasn't." I was like, "Dog, you better buy as much as you can right now. That nigga just told you about to go snitch and change that shit. So no, nigga."
Damn, that's such a fucking come up too. If you're working at a fucking weed store and you have a medical card, so then you get an employee discount. Then you just take that shit home and sell it to every single one of your homies for like $20 more. You're just a legal drug dealer.
Dumb.
How's it dumb? You have it at work. It's completely free.
I think anybody's selling
not free,
weed.
But
I think anybody's selling weed illegally nowadays on the streets is a fucking retard.
Why? For people who don't get medical cards, they don't feel like spending the $200 to get a card, or they can't get one, or they have a gun.
I get it. I understand why
concealed carry.
I get why people buy street weed. I'm just telling you. I
think if you're selling getting it from a store, anyways, then
the charges and shit that come with it, just for something that is legal, legal medically now, is just ridiculous to me. Like,
Yeah, but it's not illegal for the guy with the medical card.
It's still illegal to sell it. Yes.
Well, yeah, but if he's not the one who's getting caught with it, like if he does get caught with it, you'd have to get him in the transaction. You would.
Oh,
have
you mean
to have,
you mean how they get every other drug dealer? You mean like that? What the fuck are we talking about?
Well, yeah, if they're fucking retarded, then they deserve it. But I mean, if you're selling to a cop, like you're obviously retarded.
But I can't do anything about that if the person I sell to has now got flipped. I can't do anything. But that's what I'm saying. It's stupid.
What are you talking about? I'm talking about you tell to your direct friends, like small
and
circle of
if he
people.
gets flipped and pulled over and he is a pussy, and they say, "Yo, you know anybody?" I know him.
I have a medical card. I have no idea. I've never met him in my life.
Yeah, all right. Well, them text messages say different. And guess what? We gonna have you meet up with your homie, and he gonna have you sell some things. We gonna be right there. And guess what? Hey, fuck your medical card, nigga. Go sit down a little bit behind these bars.
Bro, there's people who sell weed for like their whole lives and never get caught once. It's only when you start doing dumb stuff, or you deal with dumb people.
I don't know if they dumb. I mean, honestly, the niggas that snitching is smart. Hey, it's about self-perseverance.
No, they're not, because they're not getting off of it. They're still going to get charged for it. And no, they don't. No, they never do.
I promise you they do.
Unless you're like giving up Pablo Escobar, like someone on a, they're not going to worry about. They're not going to drop your
sentences. That's why there's informants on the streets right now. Still snitching to this day. The police will arrest.
There's always informants snitching, but like they're going after some way bigger shit than like, oh, the guy who works at Curaleaf is buying stuff with his employee discount and selling it to Paul. Man.
But you don't know what is that? Okay, he's selling it to Paul, and who else? Nigga, my job as a cop is to fucking arrest him and to figure out who was he selling to and all the people later. Well, I'm not here to be, oh yeah, okay, that's the tree. Now we got him because he's selling the 30. It's not a number that we hit. No, he's selling drugs. We got him. If it's one person, it's 1,000 people. You have committed the crime. You're going to get arrested. What the fuck are we talking about?
Yeah, and it doesn't matter the guy who snitched on you. You're not gonna be like, oh yeah, you get off because you caught the guy who's selling fucking. He's got $30 on him and an eighth of weed that he got from Curaleaf on him today.
Yeah, usually the cops let that guy
they don't
go.
let that guy go. No, they don't. You got the stuff on you too. Get in the car.
Oh yeah,
guess what? You're still getting locked up too.
Yeah, at first, and then they flip you, and then you come home, and then your charges that whatever you was going to hit is less, and then they say, oh, all right, yeah, you good, and you go home, and you get labeled a snitch, and
or you
fired.
can literally just get a fucking lawyer and have all of that shit dropped pretty much, and you go on a probation charge anyways, because we're talking about weed here.
Oh, I agree.
Nobody's flipping for weed. That's what I'm saying. Like 10 or 15 years ago, okay, maybe. But you're literally talking about a medical, like now it's a medical grade and it's all been downgraded from like almost federally to that it carries almost nothing.
Nigga, there was a girl in Georgia who it's nothing legal. I mean, yeah, there's nothing legal about weed down there in Georgia, right? You gotta call it a little bit of weed.
And you can talk about a different state, different things.
That's all we talking about. Curaleaf is a mad state. Motherfuckers is
it's
smash
not
selling.
in Georgia.
It's not in Georgia, but it's on the next state over.
Okay, the lady got caught in Georgia.
Move to the next
state. A couple years ago, I went to state prison for weed. Like, dude, this is not something that's not outside of my realm that I've already dealt with.
Yeah,
but if I was to get caught with the same amount of weed nowadays, it would be completely fine.
Maybe the weight, but not the intent. Like if they caught you with intent, it's the same thing.
You could easily get a lawyer to get that shit dropped down. If you're saying with a public defender, then yeah, you're gonna get screwed.
Yeah, I would say I don't.
They're gonna try and kill that, but like you pay for a lawyer.
Buying a lawyer, which most people aren't going to do and can't afford.
I think most people
don't. Most people get a public defender. No, they do not. That is why the plea is so high, because most people get a public defender. Public defenders tell you to plead, and you plead.
Well, then you should have, before you started doing things illegally, you probably should have fucking figured out the process. I figured all this shit out the hard way, but like, yeah, you should probably do some research into the consequences of what the problem things are if you're doing these things. Just saying.
Yo, I didn't do this
the hard way.
I didn't do this, but hey, you people should do this, even though nobody's going to do this, because it's the mature, smart thing to do. And usually, when you're doing this, you're not a smart, mature person. Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Think about selling drugs first and the consequences. Oh,
Well, I
shit,
mean,
really?
I think you
that's
should
like
probably
that's like saying
think about
think about
certain
this consequences of shooting up a school. I think if the consequences.
I think they kind of think about the consequences of that, and that's why they usually blow their own brains out in the cafeteria.
I don't think. So. I think.
I think a lot of them do. They get surrounded, and they're like, "Oh shit!"
Nah, honestly, I think a lot of them is just fucking a suicide, and I'm just gonna go out and take as many people out in the wildest way I can. But like, I have intentions on killing myself at the end of this, regardless of however many people I take out. This is just my
possibly
plea. Like whether it's gonna be death by cop or death by me. Like I'm dying in this situation because I want to die.
Yeah, it seems probably
Because like, do you see a couple of them read more like in the past like year or two where like motherfuckers had the gun in the schools and whatever, and like they just pointed at the cop. Like they could have shot first, and they just put like, oh, all right, you gave up. Like you did that because you knew that was gonna cause this reaction, which put you down. Like, but you had to drop on the cop. He clear as day in his body camera. He should be. I get it. You know what I mean? Death by cop's a real thing. I just don't understand the fucking. Yeah, I get to taking people out there because you got to raise the fucking bar like GTA. You know what I mean? You got to get 3-4 stars before they get to start shooting at you.
Usually they try to just put you in the handcuffs.
No, that is. Think about it. Because if you just on like a police
up.
chase, they're not gonna do. It's just put your hands up, whatever. Unless you do something dumb, you gotta raise that star a little bit. Yeah,
you gotta raise it up. You gotta raise it up.
Right. So I mean,
but like I don't understand like you have if you do like going through the process of like, all right, this is what I plan to do. I've been bullied by these people. I'm gonna go in there and take them out. And then be like, I don't know, like, all right, you got me. Like not in the to be in the blind rage of like, okay, now I'm gonna go in there, or I'm just gonna pull out, and shit, we're just gonna start clapping off. But to like to kind of premeditate it, and then like that's as far as you got, like thought process wise. Like I'm sure it actually in the moment they did think farther of like what they were gonna do. But then, like, a cop points a gun at them, and then they're like, and tells them to get down on the ground, and then I guess their minds go blank. Like, I thought about what I was gonna do here, but now I don't know what I'm gonna do. So,
well, I mean, everything sounds good. You know, you think, oh yeah, I'm gonna go punch this motherfucker in the mouth. What? You come back with your face all lumped up. Yo, what happened? Well, you know,
that motherfucker was trained in jujitsu.
I had a plan, and then when actually things happen so fast. You hear a lot. Things happen so fast.
And everything was a blur.
I do think that'd be like part of it. Like they probably do have a plan. Like, well, I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna hit this like this, da 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 da, and they're not necessarily thinking how quick the police might get to some place, because you can't never plan for a cop to just be coincidentally driving past the school and you start shooting and he'd be right there to you know what I mean, that type of shit. So you just
you think
the closest cop is here,
a couple seconds
but then when you do come around that corner where you're not expecting somebody, there is somebody that does probably like throw your fucking oh shit meter off. Like, what do I do? Panic. I'm already a pussy because I'm in this situation, and now I'm met with more adversity. I freeze up in these situations. I got here. I'm a bitch.
Yeah. But then it takes us to like the fucking I don't know. I feel like it takes us to like then the people that like, you know, like the fucking shooter on the roof kind of story.
Oh, for Trump?
Yeah.
Oh, you in the one that the government hired?
This dude that's in like these BlackRock videos and like
what about
gets him? Like he's like deleted off of Facebook. He doesn't have any social media accounts. This guy seems like a plant from fucking who knows where.
Yeah, they covered that story up real quick. They stopped talking about that, boy.
Yeah, and then there was the other story of the bull on the golf course. Like this activist dude who got caught in the bush, like on a golf course.
Yeah, that's right.
Ready to fucking shoot him too. It's just like, oh, these things got covered up real quick. You don't hear nothing about none of these people anymore.
None of their court cases, nothing.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Well, the one
Like,
bull's
they
dead,
just
so he
faded
don't have a
out.
court case. But
The bull. Which one's that? The bull and the roof? Yeah, the bull,
Yeah,
and
the bull on the
yeah,
roof.
Yeah. Forgot you got snubbed off. You got taken out. I guess you can't interrogate him. But I guess this can lead us into our next fucking take of like weird governmental things. Do you want to spout? Do you have your rant ready to go about the Epstein files or Epstein list that you want to so heavily talk about how Hamas is, or is it Hamas? Yeah, that's the people, right?
No,
No.
The Palestinian side.
Yeah, who are those? The intelligence people. No, yeah, but the certain group, the Jew group.
Kite.
No, the Jew group of the intelligent committee of these Jew folks.
Oh,
What are
I
they
know
called?
what you're talking about, but
Hold on.
I don't know.
what their special name
They have a special
Ah.
name.
I was just gonna go on a typical rant about how much they're shitty fucking creatures. They should be exterminated. Kanye was right.
I'm gonna sign in. I don't want to do all that.
You know. But speaking about this topic,
Oh,
let's talk about-
the Epstein Island.
well, just these dirty fucking sewer rats. Trudeau up in Canada just had a speech and was talking about how he's proud to call himself a Zionist and how Canadians should be proud to call themselves Zionists.
I will take the hard stand. Oh, fuck Canada.
Oh, well, yeah, of course.
Canada can
especially
suck
with
a
this.
dick.
I was like, oh, y'all definitely need to be the 51st state after this. This is, I mean, I know he stepped down, but this is your man's?
Dude, bro, I don't understand how he keeps me doing these speeches. Like the man stepped down.
understand either. Yeah, I don't understand
He's still
why does he have-
talking. Why
Yeah,
does
I don't-
anyone care what you say?
Like, that's some Putin type shit. Like, yo, I'm not
It has
president
been, it
no
has
more,
been
but,
nuts.
yeah.
Have you been seeing the videos of like the Canadian like liquor stores been taking like
retarded.
American booze off their shelves?
Retarded.
So like the only bro, the natives up there have got to be heated, dude.
well, no.
They had to be heated.
All I see in the
Remember all the
comments,
stories from Oxy and fucking Good, dude, was talking about like, yo, dude, those fucking the chuggalugs.
No, it's
Chuggalugs
funny
be
'cause,
fucking
like, all you
drinking
see-
mouthwash again.
all you see in the
Nigga.
comments is people from like those provinces and stuff being like, "This is fucking stupid. Sell us the liquor. You already paid for it. Why box it up?
Yeah,
and take
right.
it off the
Like,
shelves?
what
It's already paid for liquor. Just sell it and not buy more." And I'm like, "Hey, they're smart over there." But yeah, I mean, this optically, this looks like they're doing something, but
seems so weird that you would just then take all the stuff that's already on the shelves and be like, yeah, we're not selling this stuff anymore.
Yeah, like what are you gonna send
It's like
it back to
it's
us?
like you're trying to show that like the liquor stores like the liquor companies fronted the bottles to you or something like that. Like the liquor.
well, no, it just makes it
Maybe
seem
that's how
like-
that works.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess that's what it seems like. Yeah, like.
Maybe these liquor companies are out here like the breweries, I guess, or is it distilleries, are fronting bottles to store fronts, I guess, and then they pay them as they sell it. That doesn't seem right though.
Yeah, that doesn't make any
That
fucking
seems
sense.
backwards.
Especially when
I
you're
would
in a
think you
whole
would
nother
buy the
country.
cases. Yeah, that seems very
Yeah,
weird. But
no,
it does
we're
seem
gonna-
very strange you would take all the liquor off and then like I don't know. I haven't been to a liquor store so like since all this nonsense happened. So I'm wondering what the price of like Crown Royal is now. And if we're just gonna have that.
I
And then
will
also,
say
you know what else is the funniest, craziest
it's
shit about this?
expensive.
Well, like it was like 30 something bucks last time I looked,
Was
For
it?
the
Oh,
fifth.
alright, never mind.
and then it's like it's about the same price as like a handle of Jack. For a
No, I
handle.
know. It's around the same then.
So it's like 50 something bucks. So
Oh, no. Oh, yeah.
yeah, it's like usually around like between I think like 50 to 60 bucks usually a handle.
Yeah.
Depending on what state you're getting into, because if you're getting in Delaware, they can get it from a store at any price. Because Delaware doesn't lock to the MSRP. I found this
Yeah.
out by going to different stores. Like Total Wine will probably be the closest to MSRP, but like they can charge more
Right.
for certain liquors. Pennsylvania, since they're state stores, they have to go by what the MSRP price is. So, like a bottle of, I have it all my liquor bottles are behind the flag, but like a bottle of Blanton's or like a bottle of Buffalo Trace in Pennsylvania, like a fifth will cost you like $36.
Yeah.
In Delaware, they can charge like $45 to $50 for a fifth because it's a popular whiskey, and then it just flies off the shelves down there, and they can charge whatever they want. Like, I think when I bought that big handle of it down in Delaware, I paid like $90 for it, I think. And like then to find out it was like, it's like $63 here.
Where was that liquor store that we went to, where we would go to after bowling? That cheap joint where that had the fucking grand whatever.
The 20 grand?
Yeah.
That was Tri-State Liquors.
Tri-State Liquors.
No, we wouldn't go there after bowling. We would go there after sports betting, football picks.
Ah, okay, that's right.
That's what it was doing. Because I was gonna say we were definitely not. That'd be way out of the way. Because we were bowling at Springfield and in Conchester, and that place was all the way down in Delaware. I don't know if that place is still there.
I know, that's why I'm gonna look it up.
I don't know if that place is still there. I think they did something to the mall. They might still be there on that side, but I'm not sure. I know a lot of that shit's been getting shut down.
It was on Naaman's Road, right? By Wawa?
Yeah,
it's still there.
Well, if it's like really close to Wawa, make sure that's not on Ridge Road. Make sure it's not Ridge Liquors. I think it was like Tri-State
this
Liquors.
Is Tri-State Liquors. I'm looking at Tri-State
that's
Liquors.
That's it then.
It's on Naaman's.
They're still down then.
Because
I was going to say, it's really close to that Wawa, then Ridge Liquors would be right there.
Yeah. I was going to say, there's another
like 12.
liquor store. Yeah, around the corner. Yeah, in the Tri-State Mall, yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Back where there was that shooting in the was it in the mall or was it the movie theater there? I think it was in the movie theater there.
Yeah.
I think that was the place that had the shooting during the Batman movie. I think. If my memory serves me right.
I was there.
I think so. I know there was a shooting in that mall.
There was a shooting in the mall. I don't think that.
I remember that, but I don't remember if it was a movie or not. Because I was actually surprised if there was a movie theater in that mall to begin with. Because that shit happened back in like 2008 or 9, I think. Yeah, because I was a young bull and we would go down there to the Tobacco Express. Yeah. To go buy pieces and shit.
Yeah.
Because that was right in the front of the mall. You go there, get like gas masks, and like I actually got like, I think one of my, the first like bong I ever bought, I got from that place, and it was like a China glass, John, but like, it was like $150.
God damn.
And this thing, it was a beaker bottom, it had like a drop down percolator that was in the bottom of the beaker. Then it had a inline percolator in there, and then they had the ice chamber up on top, bro.
Jesus Christ.
Dude, that thing was such a beast, and I'm pretty sure I only got to smoke it for 1 day before it broke.
God damn.
I'm pretty sure I ended up like having a party or going to a party with that fucking thing, and it like fell over and broke. That was also one of the only places, like the first places where we would find Roar bongs, which was actually like a reputable, good company brand, and they were doing the Roar. Oh. They sell them up at like Primal. They're on par with like Illadelph
I know
type
you're talking
glass.
about. Yeah.
ROOR. Edgar used to swear by them. He used to love their brand, and like they were strong as shit. And like, but down in Tobacco Express, they were selling them with like NFL logos on them.
Yeah.
Like I ended up buying one from one of my homies. It was Baltimore Ravens, John. And I literally like, I think I was cleaning it and I broke the bottom out of it.
Oh.
Like it was just hot water on like a cold tub. It was just, or I think it like like I had an adapter, like one of those adaptable perks, like like the slides for the water cooler.
Yeah.
It was pretty much a bubbler attachment to a bong, and like I think it was too heavy, and it just fell over and then like broke the neck off. So then I took it like outside of my window and like slammed it on the side of my house,
Seems legit.
and it bounced. It fucking bounced off the house. It took a second swing to fucking break that bitch.
That's wild.
And it was right on the corner of the beaker, too. I was like, bro, this thing is fucking crazy. Which is nuts because I literally it just tipped over because it didn't have enough water and it was like broke right in the neck. But I was thinking about it. It's like crazy how many, like, when you're young, like, if you're smoking and, like, just trying to find pieces. Like, just trying to have, like, take care of glass and shit like that, but, like, also be on the move and mobile.
That's how we should have known who was going to be responsible or not as an adult. Whoever had their piece the longest that traveled.
Well,
Or
then
even,
that's
like-
not looking good for any of my buddies.
No, me either. That's what made me think about it. I was like, damn, I'm irresponsible still. I was always breaking glass. It started made me think about like
break something recently.
like everybody else I know. I'm like, I don't know anybody that's like stupid responsible that had glass. And then you said something about it, and I'm like, huh. Yeah, that's a good test.
The longest amount of time that I had a piece, it was like taken from me. Like my parents took it or something.
Oh.
That was the longest time I'd had a piece because it was like wasn't in my possession to go get broken. I actually had the same piece three times in like different iterations. Like I had 3 of the same piece, but like one of them was like a different color.
But there was a time, right? I had graduated. The fuck am I saying? I had got kicked out of college, so they had gave me the tuition money back, like to me, like a fucking idiot. So I'm like, bet I'm buying weed, I'm buying pipes.
I'm going to a store.
Yeah, dog. I used to roll around in my car with this big black bag, and in this bag, the black bag was just bags of weed of like different strains and shit. That's just how I rolled around. Like I'd come into your house with my big black bag. Like, you smoking all day, but Jesus Christ. But anyway, so you remember Sandman?
Yeah, the store on 420.
Yeah. So
Holy shit! I feel like I just hit a fucking tank. Jesus
that was
Christ!
wild. I go in there and so I had like 8 grand, 8 grand, and I probably blew about 4 of it in that joint, right?
God damn!
So he had this one piece I called the Hulk. It was probably about 4 or 5 feet tall. It was green and clear. But it was like green at the top, clear at the beaker part, and like every other chamber was white or green, right? And like mad perks in every fucking chamber, all that shit, right? And then there was a little bit smaller one, kind of like the same thing in blue. I called that thing Aquaman. Fire, right? And then he had this one joint. It was clear and black, and it had a fucking dragon as the percolator.
That's
Hit it, the fucking smoke came out the dragon mouth. Shit was hard, right? It had flames on it. Junk was hard, heavy as shit, right? So I take the Hulk because it's so big. I take it to Hinkle crib. Hey, we gonna keep this here. This is a smokehouse. Keep it here. He says, cool. Fucking Aquaman, I keep with me. That's my little traveling joint. And then the big dragon joint I called Bruce Lee, I kept it at my nigga Jason crib up in Philly, right? I get a call one day. Yo, you talk to my brother? Nah, why I talk to your brother? He ain't tell you? Nah, what did he tell me? Oh, man, he broke it. What did he break? He broke the Hulk. You mean he broke the Hulk? Yeah, he broke it, dog. He knocked it over. He was spinning in the chair, and now, you know, my brother, he clumsy. He said he's gonna pay you back though. Now, mind you, this nigga never got a job. Until this happened when
Don't
he
you
was like
love that?
17. He has happened when he was like 16.
This is that's
Mind you,
always the
I'm
best.
out of school. You know what I mean? So he didn't get a job
I got money.
until he was like 27, 28. He didn't get his first job. Okay. So
I always love that.
obviously I chalked it up. Hey, don't worry about the $2,000. It is what it is. Aquaman I break eventually. But Dragon, Bruce Lee, my nigga Jason is moving from Philly to Boston, right? And his cousin CJ is my man. We hang out all the time. Whatever. A little retarded. CJ's a little retarded, but it's okay. Nigga Jason called me. Yo, dog, I got something to tell you. What happened? Yo, like, you good? You dad? Now, Jason's 27 at the time, but his dad, like, 85. All right. So, everything good? Your dad good? Like, what happened? Yo, the bong's gone. What bong? What you talking about? Bruce Lee's gone. What do you mean it's gone? Yeah, dog, I was getting last stuff out of my room, and, I go to the closet where it's at, because I was going to take it with me, which was fine. I didn't give a fuck. I would have liked to know, other than the fact that it was missing is the reason why he was telling me, is how I found out he was going to take this bong with him, but whatever. It's my man. Fine.
Yo, someone took that joint out of my room. I just didn't notice.
But yeah, no, he was like, yeah, that joint gone. I'm like, what happened? I'm like, was somebody breaking your fucking house? Like, he was like, bro, I think it was CJ. Like, what do you mean? He was like, yo, he was the last nigga in the room. I ain't been here like 2 days, 3 days. You know what I mean? I let him smoke it, whatever. But bro, that joint not here no more. I think he took it. Nigga, you playing with me. He's like, dog, I'll pay you back. How much was it? I was like, nigga, I was like fucking, it was like 17, 1800. All right, I got it. Yeah, that was about
I love that fucking on the phone call. Like, yo, how much was it? I'll pay you back for it. Then as soon as I hang up the phone, they're like, I ain't paying that motherfucker a dime.
Never getting that money. It's fine.
You might as well end the call with scammer get scammed. Bang.
Yeah. It's fine.
I always love that shit, dog. Yo, dog, my phone. I swear, I was more back. How much is it? Like $20? I'll give you $20.
Like, I was more mad, and I'm still mad, like, slightly mad, that, like, fuck the money. That was your cousin. Go talk to your cousin and be physical with that nigga if you ask him. Like, nigga.
Call him and be like, yo, where's this zone at?
He part-time lived at my nigga crib with his dad. So it wasn't like, yo, you never go. The nigga be there all the time. Hey, bro.
Wait, have you ever talked to this CJ Bull?
No, because like once my homie Jason, like, he was moving like the next day or something like that. He moved like I said, he was just getting the rest of the stuff. So I think this CJ a little retarded. I think he thought Jason was done and not coming back and left it. And just said, I'm taking it to the other house or taking it wherever, you know what I mean? But I'm taking it. He left it.
Yeah, but if you were hanging out with him all the time, you didn't just be like, yo, do you know whatever happened with this?
But I'm only hanging out with him when I'm with Jason. Like, that's not my man. It's like, that's my man.
I thought you was hanging out with him all the time. That's why you.
No, I'm hanging out with Jason. But like I said, he's there all the time. So by default, my cousin CJ, who was my age, like, wants to hang out. Like, he's a little retarded. So
it's also crazy that he wouldn't just like find out. Like, it was just like, yo, I'll pay you back for it, which we all know that's code for you're definitely beat off this John. And then like at least like give me the story of it or whatever. Like, yeah, that John he took that John and that John's gone. Like, all right, chalk it up. I mean, it's a piece from fucking 8 eons ago, dude.
Right.
Like, it's not that fucking deep. But I mean, granted, I don't know when the time frame of it was, but I was wondering.
Years ago.
I think I only have. I don't have anything anymore.
Right.
But actually, I have one. I got one piece over here that I bought like
I still have my
2 or
first
3
bong.
years ago.
This is my first bong ever.
Really?
Yeah, it's
Like-
right here.
And it works, or it's not broken? That is crazy.
First bong ever, bro. Held together with duct tape and shit. Bro, this thing got ran over by a car at one point.
It looks like it, dog. It looks like you built that. You paid for that? It looks like you paid. You built that. That looks like a fucking art project that you put it together.
I'm
in your
giving
shed
that
when
to
you
my
were
fucking kid. That's the whole reason I have that.
Do
I'm
not
giving that
give
to my
that to a
kid.
kid, dude. That kid's gonna be retarded. That kid's gonna have holes in his brain after smoking on that thing. You're out of your mind. Do not give that to anybody.
Me and my
That thing's-
kids are smoking out of that bong together. Fuck out of here. Their first time getting high with me out of my bong.
You're
Get out
out,
first,
bro.
No, nigga, fuck
You're
out of
gonna
here.
get cancer immediately. And knowing that it was also you, I'm sure the rim of that joint is just covered in old Vicks vapor rub.
No, there used to be a rubber lip, but I lost that shit. So that would have been. But no, that was the John, yo, bro. That John used to live in my cup holder.
I'm sure it did.
Like anywhere I go, like that John lived in my car. Like, you wouldn't get in my car without seeing that John in the cup holder. And then that John's coming with me anywhere. Like I'm getting out the car smoking this. Like this was my
that thing is
John.
crazy.
Bro, me and my uncle would take road trips to Jersey, passing this John. I'm driving, he crippled, hit. So it was like so many memories with this bomb.
Never going away. I'll kill my fucking
As
kids
soon
if
as
they
you
ever
said
throw
like my
away.
first one, like I had a vision in my head. I was like, "There's no way this thing's made it a class." And
No.
then like I was thinking, like as I was like quickly thinking, I was like, "Dog, he's gonna pull out like one of them." It's literally like the connection piece to like a gas mask bong. That's what
Yes.
that thing is. Except yours is literally held together by duct tape and like aluminum foil. That thing is like that thing comes with a crack headlighter, dude. You can't hit that thing with a Bic.
What do you hear
That's a
something
clear
else?
lighter only thing.
You want to hear something else that's wild? So at my aunt's house, this thing reeked of weed. So
Because I would smoke it. Bro, I smoked Bro, it would be wintertime. I'd hop out my window and I'd be outside in the back of my house with this roasting this joint. Right, but look,
so I couldn't bring it in the crib because after I get done, it'd be smelling. I
So you
left
just
out.
put it down in the
So I'd
ground?
leave it outside, right? But then
No,
upgraded the dabs. But no, look, I upgraded the dabs. So I threw this joint underneath a tree. The joint had lived there for years. I got it when I moved.
You dug that thing up.
When I moved.
Like, yo, I need this. This gotta come with me.
It's covered in dirt on the inside. There's fucking spider webs.
God, why do you have that?
My kids are gonna smoke that.
I can't wait for them to see. I'm clipping this part. This is going in archives. I want them to see this clip and be like, yeah, this thing I chucked out the window and lived under a tree for like 5 years. This thing was an ecosystem. There was life in here. There's life born, bred, and died in this bong. Kid, you're gonna get holes in your brain immediately smoking this joint. Metal
Cleaned it.
bullhead.
I'm gonna clean it by the time
Put a fresh screen in it.
Oh my god.
Oh man, I haven't seen one of those things in so long, dog. That's so crazy.
Yeah, I don't even know if they make them like that no more. That's nuts.
Now you probably gotta buy one of them from like the Smithsonian or some shit of weed stores. That's a fucking. That thing's an artifact, dog. That thing
That
is.
is. Yeah, that shit is.
That's probably illegal in states to even make anything out of that material. It's probably banned in California because it causes poison. The acrylic seeps into the water, and we've noticed that people have just been getting cancer left and right. We had to ban these. Oh man.
It's funny. Yo. Yeah, I believe that, honestly. Actually, that's probably why they stopped. Because there is some chemical. Like, people are swinging on this. Bad idea. Glass and rubber from now on. Oh, man. Yeah, no, I can't wait to show my kids.
Oh, they're gonna look at you sideways. They're gonna be like, "Bro, like you can just eat like you can just eat weed. You smoke it, and out of that thing, you'd be better off going to an art class and making one out of clay."
Oh, I'm going that thing out.
I'm definitely gonna make one.
I've seen people put a socket on a 2-liter that look better than that fucking thing. Jesus Christ!
This thing's been through wars.
It looks like it.
Oh man, yo, you make me want to go clean this thing and stuff.
That thing was on the front,
is.
bro. If you smoke that, you must take a video evidence that your brain's
Yeah, I'll
not going to be
smoke
right
it on
afterwards.
I'll smoke it on here. What are you talking about? This
You're going to take one hit and you're just going to fall out. You're just going to fucking head bang right on the desk.
Yo, and everything is like stem, bullhead, all original. Nothing changed as far as that goes.
No upgrade. What is that thing on the bottom? Is that like a duct tape? What is that? Yeah, is that like a duct tape knob?
There's a plastic cap as the bottom that would be water sealed, but
Yeah, that's gone. That's been gone.
No, it's there. I told you this thing got ran over by a car, so it's cracked. So I taped it, so now it's sealed. And then the little rubber piece here, I lost that. So I was like, well, I still got to smoke out of this thing, so I just taped the fuck out of it to wear it down the perfect position to get the best hit possible.
I'm 100% telling people that was like fucking Rosa Parks bong. This is a great family heirloom from the Oregon Trail. This thing went through fucking every war. This thing survived World War I, World War II.
This thing is incredible, dog. This thing, whoever made this, whatever company, God bless them.
Do you mean that poor child in China that's probably dead now?
They're dead. Or they got a computer chip in their brain now. But yeah, I'm gonna fucking clean this thing. And honestly, the cool thing is with the cap being broke, I just gotta take off the duct tape and then I can really get inside this thing and clean it. This thing's gonna be brand new by next week.
Bro, you take off that duct tape,
Brand
you
new
might
duct
end up you might have a fucking handful of dust in your head. That thing's gonna crumble to pieces. You're gonna be downstairs with water bottle pieces, melting them together. You'll be downstairs with your blowtorch and water bottles trying to make a new bottle.
This duct tape. I'm afraid to take it off because it's in such a good position. Like it's gonna take me a minute to fucking get that thing back to where I need it to be.
I'm a little upset. You taking offense to my bong, dog. This John.
It's so crazy old, bro. That thing is a relic.
With the little shoddy in the back, bro. This joint's perfect, right in your hand. You can do whatever you want to do.
That thing has the shoddy hole on the back of it.
Yeah, right here. That's what I'm saying. It's perfect health. Like you gotta do whatever you want to do. Pass that joint right in the cup holder. Blah. Pick it right back up. Handle. Knees on wheel. I mean, now I can just hit a pound to the moon, but
yeah. Kids get. I got this little vape cartridge right here. Now I don't need that. I don't know what you're doing with that thing.
No, like I said, the very first time they get out, like, yo, you interested in weed? All right, yo, come on. Over here, I got something.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn you off of weed forever with this fucking thing.
Yeah, no, he's gonna go be like, yo, my dad has this really cool fucking thing I was smoking out.
Together by tape.
yeah, it's on the killer by tape. Bro, he said it's a bomb. Smoke out of it back in the 2000s, early 2000s.
Yeah, look at this fucking thing. This is pretty much exactly what you got.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
And the little rubber ring.
Yup.
Then there's the rubber seal. I don't think this thing has a shiny hole though.
Got to. I mean, that's slide mic.
Little 10 entry John. Doesn't look like it though, unless it's on the bowl, which is where it should be.
Yeah.
So did your cap look like this originally?
No, mine's literally just a plastic.
It was just a flat cap.
Not flat. I mean, it's the shape of. It's just it's the shape of the bottom of the box.
Bro, what you know about the old steamrollers?
Oh my
dog?
god, yo, my homie had a really nice glass one that he got from Prime.
I remember. You ever hit one of these Johns?
Oh fuck yeah!
The six with the
yeah.
acrylics. And the ball head up here with the crazy acrylic tube.
Wait,
Oh,
the ball head's all
bro.
the way up there.
Yeah. Wait,
Oh,
you had
that's
one with the ball
legit.
head was
Yeah,
down
you
here.
had to fucking have somebody light it for you. Fuck yeah! That's what they moved it up. That's convenient.
Yeah, I had
Back
a
in
buddy.
my day.
I had somebody who brought like this is old tech too. That's what's crazy. This is old tech. The bowl head being moved up is old tech. That's what I'm saying. Because like I had hit one of these probably back in like 2010, and like it had that joint all the way up here. Actually, it might have been, like,
the ones I
halfway.
was hitting were like from like old heads. Not good
Yeah.
old heads, but like they were older than me. Like I'm like fucking 20 and
Bro, this shit was such a fucking. These things are just so wild.
I never forget my friend Watson. He was the Hinkle's neighbor on the third floor. He had a big red one, like that red one right there. He had a big red
Yeah,
one.
the bigger one.
I forget what he called it, but they were like, "Yo, you ever smoke whatever?" And I was like, "What?"
You ever had the 6-footer? We always ended up just calling it by its fucking.
Nah,
Length.
Bull had a name for it. Because you know that was a time where you would name your pieces.
Bro, I
forget
had
whatever he called
one.
it,
I had one piece that I named it Briarcliff. Bro, I bought this off my homie. He had like he got like a settlement when he was in like high school from breaking his back by a quarry. He got like a couple mil, I think. I think, or like 1.5 or something like that. The fuck was that? Yeah. Yeah, he like bought like a brand new BMW convertible at the time, like twin turbo John. John was sick. Went and bought like a bunch of pieces, smoked himself, absolutely silly, got addicted to drugs or perks, and like ruined everything.
Yeah.
But like he had this fucking piece, bro. Do you remember the old like the fucking like Coca-Cola like coin bottle, like the coin banks?
Yeah.
Bro, it was like that. That's how, bro. It was insane. The bottom, it would literally hold like a gallon of water.
Oh shit.
It was the bottom of it was like this big.
Oh shit.
Then it would like taper up like slowly, and like, bro, it was insanely thick. Like just the neck of it was like this big. It was like
God
as big as
damn.
my head. It was huge. It was absolutely huge. And then it would come up to like a normal bong point. So it looked, thinking about it, actually, it kind of looked like a dick on balls.
Yeah, that's what
It was insane.
This sounds nuts what you're describing.
I bought it, I think like partially broken at the time or something from like a homie, and then like for like $20, and then I ended up breaking that job. But like, yeah, I named it fucking Briarcliff, and it was like it was like just like a piece. It's like a challenge bong. It was like just like, yo, do you think you can milk this thing up and clear it without hacking your absolute lungs off?
A girl had one back in the day. It was. I don't have. It was like one of those big beaker ones. But like this thing was massive. It had a giant flower on the back of it. Like the flower is bigger than the fucking beaker, and the beaker was fucking massive. And like, dog,
that thing fucking hit crazy. Like one.
I remember.
Oh yeah.
I remember back in the. You ever hear of Zongs?
Yeah.
Them back. Yeah. We were getting stuff off some chick from Philly. This was back when Pinzone was going to college.
What was your knowledge of songs when you were young? I guess like that. Were there any okay, were there any myths with songs or any rumors?
Like superstition?
Yeah.
Or like
I guess. Yeah.
I don't think so. Not that I recall.
Okay.
There were like Zongs were like so rare, I guess, that
Okay.
like you would see them in stores or whatever, but like the price of them was like outpriced like what you, and it was always like an awkward kind of thing of like to have, or like you need to have a house, one that was cool with you smoking, and then owning one of those insane things. Like, so when Pinzone was going to college up in Philly, he knew this chick up there, and then we would go up there and grab stuff off her. So she had one that was like a 4-foot high
Oh shit.
fucking Zong, and like we went up, bro. I literally remember going up there, smoking this thing, and I don't remember anything else since.
God damn.
Like I don't remember driving home. I don't remember the whole ride home. I don't remember leaving her house. I just remember getting into her room. Like it's a core memory of like I walked into this lady's house. I was on a corner, like near a park in like South Philly, I think it was South Philly, or maybe it was kind of by Center City. And then walked in, saw this monstrosity of a piece. I was like, "Yo, can I hit that thing?" And they were like, "Yeah, sure." And then we ended up doing our deals, and then yeah, from that point on, after milking that thing, I was like coughing my brains out. I don't remember anything else. Cannot recall anything. I don't remember even leaving that house.
Yeah. Nah, when I was coming up, songs had this like reputation. There we go. I guess that's the word I was maybe. But they would say if you smoked a zong, like if somebody had a zong, it was like, oh shit. But then B, like zongs got you higher than any other bong because the smoke had to go up and then go through all the fucking Z's.
All
and
the
by
the bends.
Yeah, and by the time it got to you, got higher. It was like, yo, you got a song where I heard they put you fucking rip. And then, of course, you would just smoke and you'd get double high and it would just be like, yo,
Oh, yo.
like, you know what I mean? So that's why I asked, like, did they have anything? Like, that was
Yeah,
all
no, I
heard.
never heard anything crazy about that. I do remember a time that I went over to the dude who I bought the one bong off of, the Briarcliff. He since he had so much money, he had like a safe just full of like all of these Illadelph Johns, and pulled out some bud, and like I got so high, dog. I literally like got stuck, and like you ever get like the fucking back shiver?
No.
Bro, I felt like I got hit by a thunderbolt from Zeus. Like I felt like my it was like I've had this happen before, where like if I get high, it was like it'll send like a shiver up my spine.
Damn.
Yeah, it was the like most insane. Like I couldn't get out of the chair. They were like, "Yeah, you were trying to dip," and I was just like, "Give me a minute." Give me a minute. My fucking legs are jello right now. Hold on.
That's wild now. Never. Wow.
I don't even know what caused it, or like how to really explain it, except like kind of like your body's like, you know, like when you get you get the, like when your legs fall asleep, the tingling feeling.
Yeah.
But like that was like from like it felt like from the spine going out. It was like that tingling feeling.
Weed's not for you.
I don't do it anymore. I stick to the legal stuff. Smoke small.
The what?
Brewskis.
Oh. I was like, I mean, it is legal now. What are we talking about?
I stick to brewskis. Now, even if I do, well, actually, I do want to say that I ate one of those edible like Delta 9 gummy things.
Yeah, you
Something
were
like
smoking
that,
CBD for a little bit.
Yeah, I still got that. I still got that oil. I still got that.
That shit's probably bad now.
I just found it recently. I was like, oh shit, I still have that.
Throw that shit out. Actually,
Concentrate. It's a concentrate. You think it would go bad?
at least wax has an expiration, like THC wax. Let's look up CBD.
Hey, look at that, John. That John does is
God damn, dude.
it's like completely full. Yeah, Delta 8 THC distillate. I don't even know if I can open this. I think the lid is so fucking
oil
jacked.
oil can last 1 to 2 years. Tinctures can maintain their concentration for 6 months. Gummies may change color over time.
Well, this doesn't give you anything about distillate? I think this shit got fucking.
It has an expiration date and can go bad over time. CBD distillate usually lasts 1 to 2 years if stored properly. Factors that can affect shelf life include heat, light, and storage conditions. Sign of spoilage, change in color, unpleasant odor, change in consistency, cloudiness, mold growth, or a rancid taste.
Oh, this shit had like a plastic taste like last time I pretty much hit it, so I was like, ugh.
So yeah, that's probably
got
bad.
Me fucking retarded.
Yeah, you probably
that was, bro. That was back when I had it. That was when I first got it, which is like 2 years ago.
No, throw that shit out.
2 or 3 years ago. Because I had this in the apartment. Because that's where you came over. Was like, oh, let me get some of that.
That's right. Yeah.
I should have just given you this whole goddamn container. I forgot I even had this, to be completely honest.
Tanya the Terrible Season 2 coming 2026.
Oh, speaking of weird fucking shows, did you see Love on the Spectrum coming back with season 3?
Hell yeah.
Oh, that's what bro, I've been meaning to ask you this for like over an hour. What? So there was a chick in my work that came up to it and it was like, if you were gonna make an app for disabled dating, what would you call it?
Ooh. Damn. I don't know. Damn. I don't know. Something with the play on words of handicap and maybe I don't know, but like there's Bumble. So like you can name it Hoopla. Like Bumble doesn't scream anything about dating app or anything. Like if somebody's like, yo, you have a Bumble, you're like, what the fuck's a Bumble?
Yeah.
So I mean,
like,
it could be named anything. I wouldn't necessarily. It could be anything.
But it was like, I don't know if you're just like I think a good app, you know exactly what it is like off the road.
Bumble
That's crazy,
is a good app. Bumble's a successful app. Yeah, that's wild. That shit.
You don't want to come grab this, John?
I'll grab it to throw it in the trash for you.
Why?
What do you mean why?
Brad, take a dab off this.
I'm alright.
Take a rip.
I'm alright. It's old. It's expired. 3 years old. And you probably stored it in some crazy spots.
It was right behind me. It was in this drawer right behind me.
Yeah, but
I will say that it did get exposed to like heat when I was up in the apartment because it was up in that upstairs room. I mean, granted, I guess the highest like Like probably like 80 something degrees.
What are
But
you smoking? See what happens.
no. I will be underneath this desk.
Nah, that's not what it was doing.
And I gotta get up and I gotta do stuff tomorrow. I would fucking wake up retarded. I have a lot to do tomorrow. Something to think about. So on that note, I think we should call it there for the night. Oh wait, hold on for the handicap thing. So I thought of a name earlier that was like play on to the word handicap,
Okay.
and I can't remember. Or it was like disabled dating. But then I was like when she asked me on the spot, I said like Downs love or Downs for love. Something like that. That was a name that I made. And then I think it was like then my buddy said specials needs, which I thought that's a pretty good name. Specials needs. But yeah, ponder that over the next week.
I don't know. See that, but the problem is with that.
Because all of these shows are also a hit. So if you could make like an app for them, bro, that's a killer idea.
What throws me
That's
off
a killer business prop.
is the successful apps that don't have anything in their name necessarily to say what they do. Like there's an app called Chispa right now I'm looking at. It's a dating app for Latinos. What? That I don't even. Where there's.
All right, so here there are a few that are already existing.
Oh, I bet there is.
Dateability. Play on the word disability. This one's pretty good. Special Bridge. Special Bridge is pretty good.
That's good.
I like Special Bridge.
Yeah, that's good.
Disability matching.
That's to the point.
Meet and match. Dating for disabled. U-Dolly. Is that for like people? When I hear the word U-Dolly, I think of like somebody like picking them up in the wheelchair, like picking the front up, dollying her around. Oh, here's somebody asked one on Reddit. Hey, dateability.
Or Grinder. Like you wouldn't think Grinder's a fucking gay app.
What's the celebrity one?
I have no idea.
There's one that's like only like you need to have like certain social status to even get into it or something.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I forget.
Abled Love and Glimmer.com.
Ooh, I like Abled Love.
Abled Love is pretty good name.
Yeah.
But speaking of Reddit, dog, bro, you're still considered Delco, right?
Yeah.
Not liking the fuck. Yeah, you gotta take a peep at the Delco Reddit page every once in a while.
Okay.
Actually, they kind of just put the kibosh on it, but Like there was like in like the last week there was a post that went out that was like, yo, this John's gotten a little bit political.
Oh, shit.
But yeah, it was pretty wild there for a little while. Like there was like it was like right after the election or like right after the swearing in. And there was a post on there that was like, yo, can we get a list of companies in Delco that like support Trump and like did like were doing stuff so that like that way they couldn't support them.
Mm.
And it was kind of like it was pretty eye opening to see and then there'll be like people asking like, yo, I'm thinking about moving to Delco, like where can I go or like where should I like what should I avoid? And it's like, yo, don't move to Aston. Unless you want to be surrounded by MAGA people and be called the N-word every day. It's like crazy. I was like, yo, this is nuts. And you gotta hop on there though. Some of it's a pretty good read. Like I didn't realize to think that like Delco, it does have some very, very liberal people.
Yeah.
And then, like, recently the moderation had to be like, yo, we got to put the kibosh on this because, like, the red hat people.
Oh, yeah.
they send the bots. And the fucking shit gets rowdy. Yeah, they just made a new page called Delco Politics.
Nice. I'm with it.
Yeah, like somebody posted up, it was like 6 days ago that someone posted like some fence somewhere that had Trump van signs up and they're like posting up like that they got vandalized. They're like, about time. Then people bitching about oh, this should be an alright read. Hello all, I'm 24 male looking to buy my first home. Looks like Toby Farm section of Brookhaven is one of the only areas in my budget. One big worry is the proximity to Chester. Does anyone know how Toby Farm is? Thanks. Oh, nobody commented on this. Oh. Man. That was 7 hours ago, so we got some time.
Damn, Aaron Rodgers might be on the Giants.
At least he doesn't have to, like, move his locker. Yeah, who would you say has the best breakfast in Delco?
I don't know. I don't eat breakfast.
Would you ever think... Oh, hold on. Actually, first things first. How do you feel about pierogies?
Oh, they're fire.
Do you like pierogies?
Yeah, I love them.
It's a Polak food, so I wasn't like sure if you had partaken.
Nah, my girl introduced me to them. Love them.
But supposedly, they're claiming the Court Diner in Media serves the best breakfast in our county, with eggs and pierogies under a mound of bacon and onions, with some hash browns.
I've never been. I heard they were good though.
I've been there a few times, and like it's all right. Seems like I didn't know they actually had breakfast pierogies, to be completely honest. But like I wouldn't say it was like the best fucking breakfast I've ever had, or like the best diner I've ever had, because I've had almost probably a good portion of the diners around Delco.
Ooh.
Oh, have you ever stopped at that? There was this. You remember the little restaurant thing that was right next to the bowling alley on Sproul?
Yes.
Have you ever been there?
Nope.
I used to go there a couple times. I'd been there a couple times. Like I used to go there all the time. Actually, like back in the day when I used to cut grass when I was a landscaper, because I would get breakfast sandwiches from there. When I did yards up in Broomall. Place called the Hungry A, and it was just ran by two little old people, and like usually like some young like high school or college kid would run the register. But yeah, the place got bought out. Person retired. Old man retired. Or I guess the old man and his wife retired. Yeah, it's one of those things. It's just like as the time rolls on, like people will be asking me, like, "Yo, is this place good?" I've drove past it for years and I've never stopped in there. Is it any good?
Wait.
It's like, yeah, that place is slapped hard. And then I found out it was like, yeah, they sold it.
Missed out. Damn, Buck, they didn't even tell you.
Yeah, here you go. Here's a good post for you. Most hippie-ish area in Delco.
Oh yeah, where's that at?
Got you. We got a couple. We wrote Swath. My husband and I are looking to buy a home in Delco, and we are not from the area. We have a baby, and would love to him to go to a good school. I'd also personally like to be around people who are into gardening, farming, growing food, natural living, and plants are community oriented. Does anyone have any specific spots that come to mind?
Westchester.
That wouldn't be Delco. That's Chester County.
Then no.
Swarthmore and Rose Valley.
Fuck. Oh, Road Valley. Okay, yeah, Road Valley.
Yeah. And if you're not dead set on Delco, there's a small pocket in Delaware called Arden. That's really artsy. Apparently this place in Delaware is fucking crazy. But then they started talking, I think the poster said that they wanted something about like animals,
Yeah, Rose Valley.
possibly. We'd like to be able to get to the city on the regional rail line and not be more than 40 minutes from the city. I'm open to other ideas and welcome any other insight you have in the area to check out.
Rose Valley. 100%. Get everything you want. That's right up there by Pencrest.
Yeah.
You could definitely have land animals there. At least some chickens or some shit. Get good land. You're out of the way. You got the trolley right there. You're fucking 5 minutes away from the trolley to take in the city.
I mean, we're also right here by me.
True.
It's hit or miss for some of the spots.
Yeah,
like,
but it's
you
not
can
artsy out there. It's just redneck.
No, yeah, that's what some of the people will say. If you move to the mills, you can have goats, but you'll definitely be called racist. You better be cool with Confederate flags. I'm just like, bro, I haven't seen a Confederate flag around here for years.
What? Just drive around, dog. I can drive one past. I can drive past one every day if I want to.
That's crazy. I've definitely, I definitely have. I know there's like one house.
I mean, hell,
then, like they're not actually like they're not about it. They're not about that life. They have it, but they're not about that life. And it's like one of the things. It's like, oh yeah, if you go down the mills, there's gonna be a truck and there's gonna have millbillies on it.
Yes.
And I'm like, bro, that's literally one house down here. That's one house. That's one family of retarded people.
No,
yes, it is.
I mean, maybe now, but I will say,
then forever. It's
no,
always
it was
been
not.
one
No, it
street,
was not.
one house, dog.
No.
I'm telling you.
Mm-mm. I can vouch for it. You know how I know it wasn't? Because I was one of the people in the back of a fucking truck riding through Aston Mills with some hillbilly whites that were like, yeah, Buck, my family own this right here. Yeah, Buck, this is me right here. That's how we would talk. He would talk like that. He just called me Buck all the time. Call anybody Buck. And he'd be like, I'll break you down like a shotgun, Buck. You bang me, bum, bum. You back in my hood now, boy. You better pay attention.
I know idiots like that also, but like, bro, the Millbilly thing is like completely. I mean, you do get the. I mean, you go anywhere out. Like, you have anybody who moves here from like Western PA, like anything. Bro, anything really outside of like, I don't know, Phoenixville, dog. It gets crazy. Those people get nuts. Then they move in here and then get all fucking country bumpkin.
Yeah, they're a wild place. They're wild people. I ain't gonna lie to you.
But like the Millbillies, like the one with the shit on their fucking car was one house. It was one house.
I'm sorry. To be fair,
That claimed that shit.
This guy was from Rockdale, to be fair.
Yeah, it's the same street. That's all that same street.
Yeah. That's him. He owned it. Him and his family owned it.
Rockdale?
Owned Rockdale, yep. They owned it. That was his town.
Like Jim's fucking great grandfather or some shit.
Funny enough, though, his brother was the Aston sheriff.
So that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Because you had, well, it was funny because you'd have the brother who was a
He's a country
degenerate.
bumpkin idiot.
Well, yeah, it was a degenerate as a child who is now Aston sheriff, and then you have his brother who's still a degenerate riding around fucking media and Lenai in Aston Mills like he owns it because he thinks he does, and his brother is the fucking sheriff or whatever the fuck it is. His brother was cool though. His brother definitely wasn't a non-dirty cop. You know, his brother definitely interpreted the law his own way, and sometimes I respect it. The times when it benefited us, I respect it. You know.
Yeah, there ain't nothing on here.
I wish his
Let's
brother was
go.
alive when I was not alive, was still the sheriff when I got the last time I got arrested in Aston. Shit.
I mean, hell, it didn't matter. I knew the judge and the prosecutor. He was lit.
Yeah, you walked right out of that unscathed. What the fuck?
Yeah.
What are you
I
talking
know.
about?
But I mean, if he was still around, I wouldn't even have to go through all that. They'd have been like, "What? What are you doing? Hey, man, you good, bro?"
This seems kind of contradictory about this Reddit page.
What?
Rules: be respectful of one another. One, this is a politics page. Then two, no bait posts. This is a political page. What am I supposed to do? The whole idea is to argue with people all
No,
day.
it's not. It's to have civil discourse, you fucking monster.
No, not in today's world, buddy. Not on Reddit and Twitter.
Well, that's why you try to create a space
To get rid of those motherfuckers.
I'm here to stir the pot. Because I don't care either way, and I'm bored at work. Actually, I've been busy as shit at work for the last fucking week or so since I came back to work.
Funny enough, I've been on like a weird deep dive of like the weirdest fucking things, like the Berlin Wall. I've been reading about for the past 2 days.
Into the Reagan there?
No, just the Berlin Wall and like everything around it, and like Germany's just been out.
The separation of
for a little bit. Fucking then I've been reading about the brain and like all the little functions and how like memory works and like how brains. Like,
I'm pretty sure that had something that had to do with after the war.
Which war?
World War II.
Oh,
There was like the one side that wanted to keep going on the nationalist German ideals, and then there was that wasn't the separation.
No, it was.
Because it made it East and West Germany.
Yeah, but well, no, East and West. Yeah, they had East and West Germany, but they had East and West Berlin with inside of that, which is a whole separate thing.
I thought that's where the line was, like, because that
Yeah, it
was
was
the
in
separation.
Berlin.
Yeah, through the city.
It was the Berlin Wall. Yeah, but that didn't separate all of Germany. Funny enough, they split. Oh, they just built a wall all around all of Berlin. That's what I'm saying. So like East and West Germany was split, but it wasn't like there was nothing separating it necessarily. But the East was pro Russia. It was communist Russia. Control.
Yeah, moving to the
Right.
communist
And
regime until
everything on the West was liberal, freedom, Europe.
I was speaking of like having like I guess the communism debate, or like I said, you can keep going with your.
Oh no, I was
just
just saying
had
like weirdly enough, I've been like deep diving in like
you
weird
getting into
things.
history, huh? You get thrown in.
Nah, like I said,
hat.
It was just like for whatever reason, it randomly popped in my brain. I was on my way to work, and I was like, oh,
I need to learn about the Berlin Wall.
Like I don't forget what popped in my mind about the Berlin Wall. But I was like, I want to look into that, and then I looked and I started reading on Wiki like at a red light, and I was like, oh wow, this stuff I didn't know. This is interesting. I want to continue reading about this. But like,
start listening to like a George Carlin fucking podcast about the Berlin
no.
Wall.
No, you know me. I like reading. But like even like 2 days before that, I was reading about like brain, like how the brain function works and like memory and stuff. Like I've just been
left and right.
Whatever's been like.
Did you figure out what your orientation of brain function is? Like which one's your dominant?
Oh no!
Dominant side.
Oh no! I wasn't reading about like that. I was like reading like actually like how your brain like works. Like,
Yeah, it all correlates because like depending on which side is like your dominant side, like it's how the messages are sent to the different parts of your body.
Yeah, but like I'm reading like I'm interested in just even that.
Like the electrical pulses.
Right. The fact that your brain, how your brain
brain
works. Yeah, like I don't care like your left brain, right brain, like that part I don't care about right now. Right now, the actual workings of how your brain sends messages and like what even that means with the electrodes and like how that has a chain reaction to certain like that type of shit. I'm just like, what? Like, holy shit, the brain is so fucking complex. And then I literally got off of that and was like, Berlin Wall.
Mind blown by how the brain works, which is every creature has one, but you know, octopuses have 8 of them.
Which is nuts.
But then, yeah, we're the only animal that has like that we think has the concept of thought and I believe empathy.
No, there's other animals that have empathy.
You don't know that.
No, there is because you see it in the wild when like
You're gonna say like if a monkey, like a baby monkey, is found by like a fucking jaguar or something, and they like
no, I mean like
don't eat it and kind of raise it for a little bit.
No. I mean like when an actual like mom is protecting her children from like a hyena and the kid gets killed or hurt or severely hurt and the mom goes over and like it's hurt and like the mom like is weeping or like elephants it happens to a lot like they won't leave the dying one until it's fucking they mourn that shit. Like animals do have empathy.
So we think. I mean, I can say a lot of things, but it does point to the.
I think dolphins too. There's something about dolphins. They do something.
Dolphins rape things.
Sure, they do. So do humans. What are we talking about?
It's not the same.
It is the same. What's your point?
No, it's not. We are the ones who are thought to have thought and like empathy, and then like the be able to.
Which means
think.
us raping things should be allowed, and which makes us even more monsters than a dolphin who doesn't have empathy and feelings and is just out here fucking off a basic instinct. We are more monsters than a dolphin.
I'm not. Yeah, but like we don't. I mean, yeah, no, I can't speak for that because like there are people who out there that do rape other things.
Yes.
But dolphins do just rape random fish and other animals and people, for that matter.
They're the closest thing to humans. What do? We kidnap and rape things.
They are not the closest things to humans.
You know what's funny?
The dolphin is definitely not the closest to a human than a primate.
In brain, right?
I don't think so.
I think their brain is the
We
closest brain to
share
ours.
90% DNA with primates.
I think our brain
Supposedly.
fucking-
I don't think a lion is the closest, or not a lion, but a dolphin is the closest to brain function with us. If anything, I would think maybe an orca whale, maybe a killer whale.
Whatever.
But
Whale, dolphin, all the same shit.
no, not the same. Not the same. Fuck dolphins. Dolphins
Why
are the
fuck
Canadians of the sea. Fucking flying around, like fucking jumping in front of boats and shit like that, doing flips and shit. Showboaters. They're fucking showboating, dude. Fuck them things. And they're raping, they're just raping
Okay,
fish.
so
Actually, it's not. It's this certain species of chimpanzee, of pygmy chimpanzee.
Pygmy, I think they're the small ones, aren't they?
Yeah. Well,
I think they get ripped apart by like bigger chimps and eaten. Like, I'm pretty sure I saw a video of that. Like, yeah, sometimes these other chimps can't find, these big chimps can't find food, so they find these pygmy chimps and just eat them. They surround them and then just rip them to pieces. Dude, chimps are fucking, that is a scary fucking thing.
yo, I was just telling somebody, if monkeys learned how to use their fucking thumbs, it would be a problem for us.
It would be
a
like Planet of
legit
the
problem.
Apes.
Yeah, it would be a problem.
Yeah, it would be nuts. And then if they were to like translate that, like if like Planet of the Apes happened, like somebody fucked around and like gave a chimp like the ability to critically think, and like then he was able to also give that to like orangutans and fucking gorillas. Like, all right, the whole monkey species, that yeah, we'd be done. It would be Planet of the Apes.
yeah.
Monkeys walking around with guns, popping shit.
Yeah, no. Fuck monkeys. They're terrible.
And it is wild that something that's like that packaged and be like they can just be that fucking strong.
Yeah, it's not fair.
So, like to the point that like they could rip things literally apart. Like, oh,
So, oh, you know what I'd love though? I would love if fucking gorillas and those big silverbacks and shit were around when like dinosaurs are like around.
we're talking like Kong size like gorillas or like gorilla
I mean-
now guys size gorillas.
Would help.
They would be proportioned to whatever size they need to be for that time period. God forbid you get gorillas bigger than they are now, but if gorillas need to be bigger
Could
to
you
be
imagine that?
proportionate
Could
to
you
them,
imagine the gorilla the size of a T-Rex?
that's what I'm saying.
I would love to just put a gorilla back in that time period. Dog. Those
This
things.
monster fucking gorilla just
It would have been a problem.
They
just
would've
Godzilla versus Kong. Yeah,
That's
where
what
do
it
you
would've
stand on
been.
the debate of where do you feel? Have you seen Godzilla and Kong like the movies?
been- Oh, I love them. Yeah, I've seen them all multiple times.
Yeah, where do you stand on like the which one's better?
Like, what do you mean? Like the movies, or
who-
like
who
which
do you-
creature?
Who do you like? Which creature do you like more, Godzilla or Kong?
I've always been a Godzilla fan from a child. I had all the toys. I've always been a big Godzilla fan. Watched all the Japanese movies where they mouth not moving right, all that shit. So Godzilla's
that's
always
so
gonna have
fun.
a special place in my heart.
How'd you
Also,
feel about the one that was like in New York, like the old, like it was like 2001, where like Godzilla was more like a T-Rex, and then like he had the babies in the sewer? How'd you feel about that movie?
I love Godzilla to the point where I've never seen a bad Godzilla movie, in my opinion. I love all of them. Anytime you want to put Godzilla on the TV, on the movie screen, deal, sold, greatest movie ever.
Giant lizard on screen movie is great.
Yeah, fucking scales light up,
movie.
shoots fucking fire breath. Give me that all day, every day. Can never go wrong for me.
I don't even remember. I don't even think he had that ability in fucking.
Bro, the fact, you know what, you know what, no homo got my rocks off in this last one when the monkey pulled out the second fucking Godzilla, the Ice Godzilla. I said, oh, they got two Godzillas, holy Godzilla first fucking Ice Godzilla, and then they teamed up.
dog. Once the Godzillas and the two Godzillas looked at you, said, "Yo, you good,
Beat
my
up
nigga?" He
the
said, "Bet."
orange monkey.
I said, "Oh my god, we got two Godzillas in the world, and they cool with each other. Oh, this is about to be the next movie. Could be. No, I love Godzilla, so yeah, I would love just a Godzilla and Ice Godzilla movie. Just give me that with them just rolling around in the fucking field for 2 hours. I'm happy."
Yeah, I do think Godzilla is way harder than Kong.
Yeah,
And then then the movie was are so nuts. It's like, yeah, if Godzilla fights Kong, Godzilla's stomping out Kong, but then if he gets like this axe, he can like get the fair one.
yeah, it's
Then,
more
like,
of a,
then it's like, oh yeah, Godzilla's just gonna get nuked up and just fucking
yo. That's what made it even
stomp
better.
out Kong again.
Like that last one just made it even better. It was like, oh, what's Godzilla? Oh, he's powering up. Oh, he's power. Yo, again, gets me a hard on when Godzilla busts out of the ice. His
It
purple
just starts
fucking
turning
gods.
purple.
Yeah, with the black scales. Dog. My pants got wet. Fuck out of here. Yo.
He said, I'm at full mass, bro. I'm at the seams. I'm ready to bust. As soon as he lets that breath go, it's over.
Bro, I've watched that movie probably 4 times. And I get excited when I get excited when he busts out the ice every fucking time. I'm like, oh, he's powered up, getting big.
What's the one where he goes like? That's the second one, I think, right? No.
What?
How many are there? When's the one that he fights the Hydra John? That's like the first time he gets hit with the fucking
First, I think
the
that's
nuclear
first one.
wave shit. It's not the first one.
Yeah.
When he fights the multi-head dragon John?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
no, because the first John he fights the
Because Mothra has
flying
to
bugs.
No, because Mothra has to come through to help him fight Hydra.
Oh, because I think it had to do with Mechagodzilla at the same time. I don't remember.
It did. That was the second one. Because the first one, they didn't get Mechagodzilla until after the first one when Godzilla emerged, and everyone was like, "Wait, what the fuck? There's a giant lizard." And then they created the fucking task force, and then they had Did Mechagodzilla? Yeah. Mechagodzilla might have been the third. The second, they might have teased Mechagodzilla at the end as like, yo, we've got something for his ass next time.
What the hell is that thing's name? King Ghidorah.
Yeah. God, I love Godzilla. Also, to be fair, like, or I guess it wasn't fair. Like, they didn't make Kong movies. Like, if they made Kong movies the way they made,
technically they did.
did
but,
they?
like,
The way
yeah,
they
'cause
made Godzilla movies?
Well, the problem was that the movie is so old.
No, I
'Cause
mean,
it was
if
the
they
King Kong Skull Island movie.
no, what I'm saying is if they like originally, like the way like the
Oh, you're talking about
Japanese,
like back in the day.
yeah, if they
no,
kept
no.
originally made movies the way they did with Godzilla with King Kong, I might feel different. But there was there was always King Kong versus Godzilla, but then it was like, ooh, Godzilla versus Godzilla versus, it was like, all right, yeah, Kong's off doing whatever the fuck he's doing.
Oh.
And then you'd have, Skull Island, and you'd be like, all right, that's Kong, cool. Baby Kong, that's exciting. I ain't gonna lie. When the first time I seen Baby Kong, through the roof, dog, I said, oh my God, here we go. We got Baby Kong. And then at the end, and the nigga helped Kong, I'm like, oh, this is gonna be Baby Kong without the female Kong. Oh, I see how we doing this. Oh, this is hard. I'd much rather if Kong found the girl, and then the next movie we'd have got Baby Kong, or at the end of the movie we'd have got Baby Kong. But it's fine. We still got Baby Kong. So we can start that universe up with Baby Kong doing his own thing and whatever.
Yeah, it is the second movie, I guess.
Yeah, nigga, I watch these things.
Yeah.
A lot. You make me want to go watch all them shits now. Yo, speaking of movies, my coworkers at Home Depot blew my fucking mind. So they was telling me that the person that made the Matrix, the black lady, right? In the Matrix and some other movie, dog. What was before The Matrix? What was before The Matrix? Oh, Terminator. The Terminator. So they were saying the Terminator series and the Matrix series were ideally supposed to be one continuous storyline. But when Hollywood found out that a black woman wrote The Matrix, they were like, oh, fuck that. We're going to split up into two separate things. We're not going to let you necessarily eat off of Terminator. And then The Matrix ended up being in fucking blowing up or whatever. But she wrote it, I guess, off of the extension of Terminator. So now I want to watch all of Terminator and all of Matrix through. Because, like, when they said it, I was like, holy shit, that makes fucking sense. Like, I could see how Terminator leads to Matrix. You know what I mean? And Neo's supposed to be John Connor. You know, John Connor's supposed to be Jesus Christ.
Yeah, Stewart alleged that her story involved into the Matrix and that the main character in the Matrix, the one, is an anagram for Neo, the character played by Keanu. Stewart also claimed that she wrote the Terminator.
Yeah, some shit like that. If you think about it, you're like, oh shit, I can see how they all flow. Like, they kind of do flow into each other. Not necessarily with all the new makes of Terminator and all the bullshit, but like the original Terminators. I should do flow. Skynet wins. And then here we are. That's the future. Once Skynet takes over. And then Neo the one to break us out.
So she apparently wrote a manuscript in the late 70s. And she said it was the basis for both the Matrix and the Terminator movies. She then sued Warner Brothers for it, and it was then thrown out of court with no settlement.
I mean, it seems right. You're suing Warner Brothers as a black woman. In the
And then
woods.
the only conflicting story that's come out about it is from her.
Yeah, I mean, it seems right.
And then someone here says, you're an entire liar. Someone can't own the copyright to something. This is also Reddit, by the way. Can't own the copyright to something they didn't create. Her attorney was disbarred for throwing her case. It's not proven in court, but I hope that the studios paid him to throw her case was worth it.
What? The studio paid him to throw the case?
No, it was not proven in court, but I hope that what the studios paid him to throw her case was worth it. So this person is saying that, or thinks that her lawyer
Was paid off by the studio.
was paid by the studio
Yeah.
to lose it.
Makes sense. Seems right. Seems about Hollywood and keeping a black woman down, and now you're. Yes, I mean everything. Like that's the thing. Like, even if she is lying, there's enough credibility of like bullshit in the past
she
of
has a
Hollywood.
copyrighted story called The Third Eye.
I don't know. I could
claims
care.
to have this.
My point is, I could care less about who did it, whatever. But the concept when they brought it up to me about the Terminator going into the Matrix of being one continuous thing, I was like, oh, that's a great idea. I want to watch 1, 2, 3 of Terminator, and then 1, 2, 3 of Matrix, or 4, or whatever the fuck of Matrix, and see if that holds up.
Well, why wouldn't you read the book
I don't care because I'm not reading fucking
first?
10 million.
You just
fucking
said you love to read that.
right, but I'm not trying to read 10 million fucking pages.
You just read one book of The Third Eye, which is from 1981, so it's probably like 6 pages.
Nah, I want to see if they go. I want to see it. I want to read if the Terminator goes in the Matrix. That's also not what I'm talking about. I want to see if the movies go. Not, yo, this is a book and it's both of these things in here. Like, it's not
But
what
you
I
can
want.
actually just download it.
I don't want to read that.
I'm just trying to look up her name, and and it's attached to PDF download. $300 pages. Oh wait, maybe that's not it. Hold on.
That doesn't
Yeah.
seem right for.
Yeah, that's it. 300 pages.
That's a small fucking book. There is no way that book is Terminator and Matrix.
Trilogy. Stewart's epic story created two of the Hollywood's biggest franchises, The Matrix and the Terminator movie series and trilogy. See the court document, letters of access, registered receipt, FBI evidence, investigation of future projects. At this
So
website.
look up who does claim that they wrote it.
By who?
The Terminator. Because if she didn't write it, then somebody had to write it. Because it didn't come out of nowhere. So that means
the
there's credit.
Matrix is credited to.
Talking about the book.
Well, the screenplay of the Matrix was written by the Wachowskis. Two ladies. I don't think the Matrix was an adaptation at first.
Well, no, but whatever she's saying she essentially wrote them.
Yeah, she's saying that she owns her book.
Her book was a springboard for that shit.
But at the same time, if someone makes a screenplay of your idea of your story, it's not if they're not naming the characters, it's I don't know. It's the way that I'm thinking of it is if you watched an anime or something and then you had an idea for an anime based in the same universe, but you didn't use any of the same characters, you can do that. It's not.
No. There is something you can't. You can't make Lord of the Rings and just be like, oh, his name's not Frodo, it's Hodo. Or it's Bodo.
Yeah, it's not, but neither one of us has even seen the third eye either, though. But if she's for 300 pages,
but that's what I'm saying.
Loosely going into the Matrix and also the Terminators,
yeah, and just because I'm expounding on it, but I'm using
differences.
No, but it's like citing your sources if you're writing a paper. You got credit. This wasn't your original
idea. You don't do that for a screenplay.
This wasn't your original idea.
You don't have to do that for a screenplay.
I don't know what
or
you have
a movie.
But I think that's her point of suing. This wasn't your original idea. You took my idea, which I have rights for, and ownership.
Well, you took the basis of my universe. But then you also didn't take my characters. I don't know. It's a weird. That's a weird.
Yeah, it is. It's a weird thing. It's an intellectual property.
It's a weird ground. Yeah, that you didn't go into if we expanded upon your broad idea of your original idea, there's going to be enough differences there that it's not going to be your original idea anymore. Because if you didn't go into super depth about it, before we made this idea.
But if there's enough to where you could even link me to this, it's just like in music. Oh, I hear a chord. Oh, well, that's actually a chord that they use back here, and you don't have the rights to that. So we're gonna sue you for that.
I mean, the Terminator doesn't seem like that crazy of a fucking idea, though.
None of it seems like a crazy
I'm sure
idea.
Somebody was like, yo, it would be crazy if we made robots made look like people. And that shit's probably going to happen. That's
that happens.
Fucking Skynet is a fucking thing already.
Actually, you see it in music a lot.
Yeah, AI fucking.
No, I mean like you see it a lot in music of an artist comes out with a hot song and then you see a no name artist, yo, that's my song. And then they'll put up
Yeah.
their song and be like, but what ends up happening after that is usually the record label will pay that guy some money, some type of something.
Or they had nothing.
No, you usually do. Like it's just on some quiet shit.
Sometimes. No, there was a huge one that just came out. Well, it was not very recently, but I remember there was definitely a story, like pretty recently, that there was somebody was bitching about they taking their songs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I know you talking about the nigga got paid.
I don't think he got paid.
Because when they put the song, I was like, there was lyrics that were damn near that were the same. Like there was a whole verse that was the same. If we're thinking of the same person,
I think so.
or like I remember listening, I was like, oh yeah, nigga, yeah, you took his shit. Like it wasn't the same beat, but like, oh,
Was it
yeah,
like
you took his
Drake?
shit.
I don't think it was that big of a name.
Nah, it wasn't that big of a name. The guy I'm thinking of was a New York artist. I think he's New York. I can picture him. I can't. I picture him. I think Carl Anthony Towns, but that ain't him. Did Jay Critch? No. Yeah, LA nigga.
Oh, so yeah, when someone was saying that Biggie Smalls stole The Devil Is a Lie.
Oh, I never heard it.
Oh, that's an old. This is old.
I mean, they're all old. It's Biggie.
Yeah. Then there's something about Drake.
Okay, so
Kendrick was accused of stealing the entire composition for a song for Loyalty.
Doesn't matter. But oh shit.
Some dude named Hayes.
I gotta go to sleep.
Yeah, so do I. I gotta get up early and fucking work on Nick's van. Yippee!
Yo, we should go on a cross country trip. How do you feel about going on a trip,
Dog, a road trip.
Dog, I just got done watching that video of that girl that died in the swamp. That cabbage. That cabbage.
Yo, we have all watched that at the same time. That's funny.
So
But I mean, I remember when this story went out.
I'm good, bro. I'm 100% sure that like
What are you going to be Gabby Patino in the situation? What are you, the bitch of the group?
I mean, hey,
no,
dog,
somebody's
I
gonna be
think-
taking some chick's gonna be taking videos and they'll be like, "Yo, I'm thinking about doing this trip alone because I'm making money off these IG posts."
Dude, I said the guys. Take a guys road trip.
Oh, guys only?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
I mean, I don't think we want to bring
gay.
our girls on.
Nah, it would be cool, but
You want to know where to? How long? The details of this trip that I would like to go on?
no,
No.
nope,
Okay.
don't care.
Okay. All right, my guy. You're better than my coworkers because they were like, "Where? What?" Oh, I don't
You already stated where.
No, I
You
didn't.
said cross country.
Yeah, and then I was wrong. I didn't mean that. That was wrong.
Oh, well,
Garbage. It is cross country, but it's not at the same time. So the thing I brought up to my coworkers, I was like, "Well, you want to go on a road trip?" And they're like, "Where?" I was like, "Well, what do you mean where?" They're like, "Well, where are we going?" I was like, "Well, it depends on where you want to start, obviously, because you're driving to a destination. That's the point of a road trip." Which end do you want to
where
start
you want to
at?
finish?
And they were like,
what? And I was like, well, we could also fly to the starting location, or we could drive to the starting location. They're like, huh? I was like, yeah. They're like, well, what do you mean? Like, why wouldn't we start I was like, well, if you want to start the driving trip, the trip doesn't necessarily start until we get to this place in Alaska. And they're like, what? I was like, yeah, we got to get to this place in Alaska. So we could drive there and it's going to take 9 days.
What are you doing, like Alaska to Mexico?
No, fuck that. Stupid.
Alaska to Florida?
No. We are going to go Alaska to Pan America. It's a 14 country road trip. From Alaska, you're going to the States, and then you're going to Mexico and a bunch of South American countries. Forget where you're ending up at, what country. Yeah, it's 26,000 miles just from Alaska to the place. And if we want to drive from here to there, it's another 4,000 miles.
That is a lot of driving. What do you plan on, like, you plan on just like is it for like fishing or
do whatever?
Is there destinations you want to see on the way?
To YOLO. I mean, well, definitely once we get out of the country, I want to stop in a couple of places in the South American countries.
I was going to say that you're only stopping from the beginning of this trip. You're only stopping in Canada.
No,
that's going to be America. So you're just going to be in America.
I'm sure, like, there's some places on, like,
three-quarters of this.
Like, one coworker did a road trip from northern Cali, like a part of northern Cali, and they stopped, like, a little above San Francisco because they're right wing, and they're like, I don't want to be a part of that fucking liberal faggot bullshit.
Do you ever know of a girl named
they said it's beautiful out there. Yeah, Lex Santangelo.
No, not that crazy bitch.
You know her? Holy shit!
My boy Nas was hitting that for a minute. R.I.P. to Nas. Oh, I forget. Anderson, Lex Anderson. I went to school with her, and like her mom was like the fucking county's like weed dealer, pretty much. But like her, every year she went on like road trips where they would stop. They would either start somewhere or like and drive back, or like they would like drive out and then across the country and shit. And every year they would go like to different states and shit like that, like Grand Canyon all the way across. Like
the van, you take the van, you work on the van so it can hold up for this fucking 50,000 mile road trip. That's why we need you, the mechanic, when it breaks down.
I'm gonna put tires on it and put an oil pan on it. I ain't doing anything too crazy. It took him like fucking 2 months to do like the fucking starter on that guy. I'm never jumping to go work on other people's cars. I didn't even know I was doing this oil pan thing until like last minute. I was pissed. he was like, yeah, can you do 4 tires and oil change for me, bud? And I was like, yeah, sure. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna bring a gasket and a new pan. And I'm like, hold on, wait, what, bro? And then this man was like, yo, we were like, replace this oil pan. And I was like, yeah, you bringing oil? He's like, oh, I need to bring that. I'm like, bro, what? Where do you think we was gonna go? You think we were gonna pull it out and save it? I mean, I guess we could, but kind of seems like a silly thing to do if everything's already apart and you had a filter. Or maybe he thought like he could get oil from my job. Maybe, I don't know. I was like, I don't know if you know this, but like new cars run on like extremely thin oil, and it is extremely expensive. It is extremely expensive.
All right, so the countries we're riding through: Canada, Mexico, Belize, Honduras, Nicaragua, Costa Rica, Panama, Colombia, Ecuador, Peru, Bolivia, cutting across. Oh,
Chile, cutting across Argentina, and then ending up at the bottom of Chile/Argentina, the very bottom point of South
Yeah, you need to deep dive into this and see some landmarks or some things that are.
Well, bro, I mean, obviously, fuck Canada, we'll get all the maple syrup and all the bullshit, but like, you get to Mexico, we'll stop and see some shit. There's definitely stuff in Mexico. Nick can see his people, help us out, and then
If that place isn't burned all the way down.
Belize, I heard Belize is a really great place, like as far as sites. Costa
You're
Rica.
stopping in Brazil? Cool. Is Brazil part of this?
No, Brazil's on the opposite side.
We
could go there. We'd have to drive across Peru or drive through Colombia. I mean, hey, I'm all about
some
driving
new
through Colombia.
wives.
See, that's the thing. Once we get to Colombia, we'll take a nice slow trip through Colombia. Hit some back villages. Make some friends for on the way back up. And then,
since like the Trump like war on the cartels thing has happened, have you gotten like, has your Instagram feed just shown you a bunch of like, yo, trying to make 125K a week?
No, my
and it's like dudes on like fucking boats, like fucking through the jungle with like gas containers on them.
My shit's always the same.
Like, yeah, we're looking for submarine pilots and fucking helicopter pilots.
My Instagram is full of debauchery and fucking.
Well, that's pretty high debauchery. Running drugs for cartels is pretty debaucherous.
No, when I mean debauchery, I mean like female debauchery.
Well, it's just buttholes. Just female buttholes just clapping.
Yeah, kind of pretty much. And then like there's some like.
Yeah, where do you stand on the low rise to high rise like pants debate?
Oh, I didn't know there was a pants debate. I've seen the underwear debate.
This is the same guy who's talking about Roy.
I've seen the girls do the underwear debate of like high waisted thongs versus low waisted thongs.
Yeah, I've seen that a lot. But then he was debating. He was telling me that like low waist pants are the pinnacle for bitches.
Oh, I don't know. I'm not really worried about what pants I got on. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't care if they're high waisted, low waisted.
Oh, I mean, he's also. I think he's
gay.
He's also married for a very long time, so it's like.
So even more,
what he thinks is more attractive.
Yeah, it's more attractive when they don't have the pants on.
The low waist, and I will agree with him that the low waist is a more attractive look for a woman than the high waist. See, the high waist is a deceiver, though. Like that's what I'm saying. At
how does the cheeks look? See, that's the thing, though. She got a fat ass. So that's what like.
Yeah, but she might have a terrible looking ass, but like it's held up by all these waist training, fucking butt trainer. Butt pull up, fucking. You might take that John off, and it looks like a fucking curded cheese.
Well, I mean, I'm in a relationship, so I ain't taking them off, so I don't really care what it look like underneath that jaw at the end of the day, and it's real life. But I'm just saying, like, if she got a fat ass and you see a thing walking, at least in my brain, the last thing I'm thinking is, look at them high waisted pants. I'm like, yeah, look at the curve on that motherfucking thing. Versus, oh, yo, you look nice in those high waisted jeans.
Yeah, but she's wearing like low waisted jeans. Like them Johns ain't going to be the same as like that. Like they're versus like the high waisted legging bullshit things.
I'm trying to think who got a fat ass. Like Kim K.
But also, if you got a crazy fat ass, I don't think you can wear low waisted jeans.
I'm just saying, Kim K. She got a fat. You not paying attention. Like that thing is what it is.
Yeah, but that John now versus what it was back in the day is not the same as.
I don't care.
That John's definitely. Well, I mean, granted, it's also being held up.
About what looks like
that's a chemically created John. Like that's a fake John.
That's not the point. The point. All I'm
John's not natural.
Don't care. You're missing the point. The point is, her ass is her ass. It looks the way it looks. It is as big as it is. It is not going to change in any type of pants. So when you see that motherfucking thing wagon walking, it is what it is. That thing is fat. Don't matter if it's high-waisted, low-waisted. no waisted. Her hips are wide and her ass is fat.
Yeah, but you
That
can't
doesn't
deny
change.
that like an ass that may be fat but looks like cottage cheese is going to not be as attractive as an ass that's like
What are we talking about cottage cheese? Like we
plump
talking
and
about like
fucking
cellulite? Like what are we talking about cottage cheese here? I don't understand.
yeah. Like I'm talking about like that John's weathered. That John's
Her
got-
actual ass cheeks?
Yeah, dog. them cheeks. Yo, if they're not keeping up on that John, and she's not keeping that John filled up.
How? But that's not what we're talking. You're talking about what is more attractive to look at as far as a girl, high waist or low waist, and then you.
If she's got a fat ass, like she's going to, like, if
now
that
moving
John's
the
not
goalpost
tight,
to
that
when
John's
she-
going to look crazy.
But now you're moving the goalpost. Yo, when she takes them off and look like we're not talking about when she take them off. When she got them on, I'm only caring about ass. Is it fat? I've never.
But would you
looked at
rather the pant
waist.
line be right at the top of the
I've
ass or be
never-
higher?
I've never looked at that because that's not where the ass is.
Yes, you
Ass-
did. Yes, you have. You're not looking. You're not just fucking tunnel vision on two cheeks and you see nothing else.
I promise you I am. And that's how
No,
it is
you're
at
not.
home. That's
No,
how
it's
we be at
not.
Home Depot. I promise you that's how we be
No,
at
it's
Home Depot.
not, dog. It's literally you have to see at least like like if she got like a tramp stamp or some crazy like you're not even peeping any of that.
Afterwards, yes.
I didn't notice none of that. I only noticed cheeks.
After, maybe. But what I'm trying to tell you how niggas work, especially at home.
Get out of here. No, you're not. No. You're not gonna tell me you've seen a chick walk past and been like, oh, and then it's like a minute or two later, then it was like, oh yeah, she had a tattoo on the ass on the fucking
No, that's all.
in the swell of her back.
You don't want to listen. We'll see it, especially from the side. That thing be like, oh shit. We then move, niggas. Yo, if you come out, you just see a lot of niggas just running around, right? Because it's usually a yo over here, over there, go over here, and then so like you'll see, and you like I said at first glance you just seeing this, and then you oh yeah, and then once you I think, and then you look at the whole but no, first I'm trying because the first thing anybody ever you see homegirl with the thing she was wearing with the that's it. Nobody be like nobody give a fuck. That's not what niggas.
Yeah, but you're not
at.
gonna be like, no, I did not see her with the. I didn't see this other part of her. Like, yo, did you
100%.
see her with the? And it was around the ass. Like, you're not gonna be like,
100%.
no, like, because if you see the joint in the low waist and you're gonna see her thong like all hiked up on the sides and shit, versus like she's just wearing the normal fucking like Lululemon leggings, like you're gonna know. You're gonna see that.
But I don't know.
You're gonna be
though,
like,
bro.
yo, and then it'll be like, yo, did you see the girl with the fat ass with the fucking thong sticking out?
I don't know.
It's gonna be
though.
part of the description.
But you're saying you're not hearing. I don't know because that's not in my brain whether that was a high or a low waist. I don't give a fuck. So if there's a thong strap hanging out, it is what it is. It just so happens to be out of hanging out. I'm not like, oh shit, the low waist is super thong. I don't know any of that. I don't care.
Yeah, but it doesn't. That's not the question. I'm asking what your preference would be if like you had a preference.
I don't have one. That's what I'm saying because I don't notice any of that.
You know how like I was doing that shit earlier with the hot tubs and the pools, and then you do this dumb shit. Oh, I don't
Because
look
you're
at that,
asking
so I
me
don't
what
ever
my
have this fucking
preference
thought.
is, and I'm telling you I don't have one because I do not pay attention to that. As far
You're
as clothing.
you're sitting on the fence, dog. You are sitting on the fence on this. You are not picking a side. Pick a goddamn side. Pick a fucking side. You're either left or you're fucking right.
My
Which
nigga,
one are you
you-
choosing?
My nigga, you could honestly pull up a
You
picture.
ain't
No, bro, you could pull up two separate pictures right now of two pairs of jeans and ask me which one was low. I do not know.
That's not what I'm asking.
But that is because that's something I would have to notice as far as what is appealing to me. That's the whole thing. What is more attractive to look at, high or low? I'm saying I've never paid attention to that. Whether a jean is high waisted, low waisted, bell bottom, non bell bottom, I don't give a fuck about none of that. It got stripes. I'm not paying attention to none of that. The waistline is not important to me. I'm just looking at that curve. Do that thing curve. But that's it. Y'all look some ass.
Like I said, I see the trend with the fucking bikinis and shit. Like, oh, all right, that's a pretty jeans on. That ain't even where my algorithm.
What do you prefer in the bikinis then? High waist, low waist.
High. To give off the illusion of more skin being shown. Yeah, them shits usually be tighter around the pussy. You get to see that nice. No. You niggas is monsters. Oh, you niggas are cute.
I mean, all right, here you go. Here you go.
All right, yeah, let's see this.
Take it slow. I'ma hit the gas if you ready to go.
Oh, no, there we go. Left or right? Left or right, dog?
You're gonna hate me.
Left or right?
You're gonna fucking hate me.
I don't like it either. She's not cute, man.
No. My opinion is I literally do not care. Like either one of them is fine to me. Like that's not what I'm paying attention to. Like I'm all right, cool. The one chick's got her belly button. Like, but I'm not.
You are out of your fucking mind. Nope. No, you're not. No, absolutely not. You're not gonna tell me that from this angle that you don't care. You can barely see her ass at all on the right. So you're not even gonna notice this chick if her pants are these low rise like this.
But that's
so
fine.
Boom, you're immediately going left. Because that's the only way you're gonna notice. Like, yo, she got kind of an ass.
But I
But
wouldn't.
to the right, she doesn't have an ass.
That's
The
not
same
true.
girl. What are you talking about? You can barely see it.
But see,
It's way more defined to the left.
See, also I see. So for me, I like I like
I
looking
like
at
the mystique now. Okay.
No. What I was telling you, I told you this before. Like the potential. Like I see like, oh shit, that's like you could just look at something like that thing. Like you ever like Scrubs. Like you see a nurse, you're like, oh
Yeah, but you can like if that joint's like wide in the front, like
But that's
you
what
know,
I'm
be
saying. But
yeah.
like, well, obviously, yes. But like, you get like, yo, damn, a little motherfucker, or a little skinny girl got scrubbed, and you see that thing. No, go back to the other one. Go back to that one. The one you just had.
This one?
The one you just had.
This
Up.
one?
No, the second one.
Uh,
Just had one up, and then you took it
hold
down.
on. This one? This
Okay.
This is both the same girl, and she's
Yes.
wearing high waist.
Okay,
So one's
so,
with a belt, one's with not a belt.
all right. See, right here, my brain, they were literally two different parents. That's what I'm like, yo. I was about to be like, yo, go back here because the one over here. That's what I'm telling you. My brain does not differentiate that type of nonsensical bullshit. That is not important to me in my brain of how high them shits is or low. Do not care. Yeah. No change to me.
Yeah, this is kind of a.
Like if anything, the one with the like the whole suit looks make her look pregnant the way she's standing in the one John, but like that side angle ain't necessarily the most appealing for her.
That angle right there. Which one?
That's the same.
It's
That
walking
thing.
through the fucking. You think
I'm,
so?
I'm happy with either. I'm going home happy with either. Very
I
happy.
feel like the left gives the more of the mystique. Like I feel like the right, you get like the bunch up of the skin from the underwear, kind of, John, around the cheeks, you know. So like
Yeah,
the
I'm
pull
happy with
down
either.
gives it the illusion that that's not there.
I guess it also
The
depends
right
on
kind of gives you like the muffin top kind of deal.
I guess it depends on material also because jeans versus that material is a different. It shapes different. Yeah, like something like that doesn't matter. Like fucking, that's all the same.
Which girl do you think was hotter? One?
Mm. Ugh.
Based on butt.
Damn. See, I'm biased.
Based on butt?
No, I'm biased because I know who the first girl is. I don't know who the second one is, and I don't
You're
like
not
the.
supposed to look at any of that.
I
Don't
know,
pay
but I'm-
attention to none of that. You just say you focus on the butt.
I know,
I'm
but when
telling
you-
to focus
but-
on butt.
But when you first asked me the question, my brain, and then you specified to a certain part, my brain just already had focus. So I was like, well, I already know who the first one is. Like I just even when like the first picture, I was like, oh, I know who that is. And my brain instantly was like, oh, I don't like
Oh, I
this
guess
person.
we'll find something else.
Yeah, I'm
I'll find
not,
someone else.
not a fan of Hadid.
Fucking no. One or two.
What's one? The one on like what would you consider?
Left. Yeah, I would say in America, you know, left to right.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
1, 2.
Damn. See, I go two, but I would go one if the belly chain was better. Like if I was because in my brain I was like, yo, if she had a belly chain on, like one would be the one
That's
that's a
so
better
crazy.
fit.
All these things that don't protect to the butt is now finding
But
its
yeah,
way into
since you
the
don't have
answer.
she just need a better. Either way, like that, it's the same. It's just the illusion of a longer back.
I think it.
That's
yeah,
all
the-
it gives off.
Yeah, or the illusion of the longer torso, I guess, or shorter or longer legs for the high waist.
And I think highways, like people might not like it because it give off old vibe. Because old people wear their shit up to their fucking necks.
My argument is that if you have the high waist, like you get like they hide shit
Yeah, I don't know. I ain't never pay attention. That shit don't matter to me.
with the waist training shit.
If I see it,
Like this chick, she probably got this John probably. I think this is the first chick from the first one.
yeah. See what I'm saying? It's material. Material also make a big difference. Like jeans aren't necessarily gonna hug you. Unless you get like some skinny shits. But like that material, like the legging material, that shit different. I guess that's why my brain don't matter, because like most chicks wear leggings. So like that thing fat, you won't just see it regardless of
Well, I
waist,
will
low waist.
recant your answer of the high waist, low waist debate, and I'll
What do
see
you
what
like?
my man PJ says. I'm more of a low waist man.
Low.
Low waist. Because, like I said, I think the high waist is deceiving. Is more deceiving than the low waist.
Really, I think it's the opposite, if anything. Especially with like yoga pants. Because you bunch all that bullshit up. Because they should be all the way up to your fucking nipples. But then you bunch all that shit up right before your waist start. Or the crack of your ass start. So it looks like, oh, you got a little something there. You have a shelf there. Like the start of your ass is right there. And that's why your shit bunched up. So you have a shelf. And then you have a little bit of curve because they go right underneath the crease of your ass. So it make you look like you have a fatter ass because you have all that shit. It scrunches everything to that little like vision right here.
Yeah, but then if it's not like that super body, if it's like yoga pants or something like that, if it's like, it could be, they could be using that to like suck the rolls up, you know?
But see, even if right, her ass is held up by the spandex to make it look fatter, that just means you pulling that fat that was down up. So when them things come down, that fat just gonna come down and them cheeks is just gonna be right here. You're gonna have 2 nice handfuls of cheeks right here. Versus
Yeah,
the
but
cheeks
then
being
you,
up here.
yeah, but you false advertise.
Oh, I see. Now that's a personal
Now you
preference.
false advertising the cheeks. You're making them seem
no.
higher than you
Well,
making them
that's-
seem almost smaller than they actually are.
No, not smaller. It's just
Because now you're
it's-
bunching them up. You're compressing.
No. It's just like a push-up bra.
That shit's 100%.
Yes and no. Like if
Especially if they're getting like the bombshell Jones.
but no.
They're like that's like a whole handful of titty you're losing.
But no. Don't take it off. Like don't look at the. We're not talking about the petite women here. Like I'm talking about just normal sized women. You know, B, C cup, D cup women. You put a girl with a C cup in a pusher bra. You're not changing it. You're just moving them titties from where they would be from here up to here.
Yeah, but then that makes them look fuller.
No, it just makes them look perkier. So it's just a different. Like this one's like, oh, her tits are saggy. Do you want perky tits or do you want tits that are just more not like? So when the girl has the tight ass, or that's what they call it, a tight ass, is when it's high. Some people just like a high, tight ass. Some people that's a personal preference thing. Is I like a bubble. High, low, left, right. That thing got a curve to it. It do. You got a fatty. Simple for me. But for you, I think you like high, tight ass.
No, I just said that I like a low waist, so you wouldn't have all that spandex up high, because it's the grip ball stops right at the waist, right above it.
Okay, yeah.
I want it to be down a little bit. I want the droop on that joint.
Got you. Okay, yeah.
I need that. I need that full fatness effect. I want to see that joint like boom, boom, boom.
Yes,
Not all just scrunched up.
No, never be
Probably
scrunched.
not moving.
Nah, I think if it's fat, it's fat. That thing ain't gonna matter. You just moving fat from the bottom to the top. It ain't changing nothing. Fat. That thing fat. If it's got meat, you just making it high. That's it. You just raising that ass up and making it more round at a different level. That's fine with me. I don't care. Yeah, I didn't understand when I was younger. I think I understand now that I'm older. I think I finally understand old heads. Hey, yo, pray for my homie, Sean. He had a job interview to be a CEO.
Hey, here we go.
Hopefully he gets
There's
the
a chick
job.
talking about it.
That's my nipples, and they're hiding lots of magic. So buying high-waisted leggings is kind of like buying a ticket to the magic show. You see, these things go about all the way up to my nipples, and they're hiding lots of magic. You don't know if a dove or a flower is about to fly out. And if I'm sitting here on social media with the right lighting, the right angle, the compression's compressing, you might think, you see these two little abs that magically just poke out the top? You might think I have a sculpted 8-pack all the way to my hoo-ha. But let me put my leggings down, not too far, and that's just not the case. I'm so sexy as hell, bitch. This is your reminder to let go of comparison and focus on your journey. Your journey only.
No.
So
Nobody would have thought you had an 8-pack. We would have thought that you had too much fat. And hey, lady, I don't know if you know much about men, but that little hoo-ha part right there, yeah, we see. If that thing look a little like a lot of space, bitch, you's a fatty. It did not look like you was skinny.
Yeah, but that's what they're trying to mislead on.
That's what they think, though. Like her thinking that it was wrong with women. Bitch, men do
Buddy,
not think.
people be watching the Tate brothers and Sneeko like clapping and fresh and fit and being like, hell yeah.
No man out here thinks that a woman wearing the high-waisted spandex with all of her meat hanging out the edges thinks that she has a fucking 8-pack down to her fucking hoo-ha. Not one man, except for maybe CJ because he's a little retarded. But normal, sensible niggas with fully functioning brains, no.
Yeah, see that you're talking about a minority now. I'm talking about the majority of motherfuckers that are chronically online and do not speak to women. These guys look at anime characters and they're like, that's peak performance.
I mean, which it is.
Johns that are built, yeah, but like unrealistic expectations here, bud. Like they're getting ribs removed if they're trying to look like that. You're gonna try to have like a fucking size like 3 waist and then a fucking what was I guess a waist and then like hips are a size like 10. Get out of here.
It's not a fantasy, honestly, because it's like a lot. Like anime's mainly written in Japan. Like a lot of those girls, other than like the fucking super big titted ones, which still are in Japan and China. That is kind of how they are built. They're fucking very petite girls.
Yeah, I mean, most of the
Like
characters are kind of written like that, but then like
anime girl, you just gotta leave
yeah,
your
but I'm
house.
talking about I'm
Get
talking
on
about
a
the
plane.
I'm talking about the insane Johns, the crazy proportion Johns, the unrealistic expectation Johns.
Well, I mean, no, I was saying they do have those in China too. Like in Japan, like it's not. It's rare.
Them shits is sculpted.
No, it's rare. No, you know. I watched a lot of.
Them Johns is sculpted, dog.
Nah, I've seen a good bit of some Japanese porn. There are some really big titty girls in Japan. It's just rare. It's just most of them are petite girls. But you do and find the fucking big hoo-ha titty girls in Japan. So,
Yeah,
I mean,
there's a few. There's a few.
it's a good.
There's gonna be a
good
couple
punch now.
unicorns. There'll be a couple. Yeah, I mean, medical science is going crazy, and also they like breed people out there. They like do genetics or
We do that here too.
genetics, kind of. We do it in a free way, you know. Eugenics. That's what it's called. Eugenics.
Yeah, we do that.
But all right, I'm gonna get out of here.
All right.
All right, Buck. It's been an honor to speak with you this week. I'll hopefully talk to you next week, there, buddy. Nothing is ever promised. So stay
not.
safe,
Yeah.
stay black, and I'll talk to you next
Do my
week, there,
best.
bud.
All right, yo. Hey.
Peace.